Hello everyone, how are we all? We are here for the Medway Valley Line preview. It is out tomorrow, so you haven't got long to wait at all. But we have 5 of us in the stream today. We have 2 guests with us. I'll start. We have Matt, who's driving.
Hello.
There we go. We have James, our Medway Valley expert.
Yeah, that's me. You can blame me for all of this.
Obsessive is the word you're looking for, Jamie. Obsessive.
Obsessive.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem at all. Don't know what I mean.
And then we have from Firefly Simulations, we have Adam.
Hey.
And we are also joined by Charlie as well.
Hello, everyone.
We are. So
the urethral faceless Charlie.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we've got. I think we are driving 5 different services tonight. We've got a lot to look forward to. There's some really, really good surprises in this as well. You've got a lot to look forward to in this stream. So Matt, shall we get into the game?
Yeah, we normally start off with a bit of a tour over, just a list of the scenarios, look over timetable, and then we get into games. So Adam and Charlie, I'll let you take us through. So bear in mind, I'll keep an eye on volumes as we go, but do provide any feedback on that in the chat, and I'll try and listen out for that. Right. So Medway Valley Line. Let's take a look at scenarios first. Adam, do you want to just walk us through?
So early morning is it's involved in the journey mode quite a bit. So basically, it's the start of the chapter where you do a full day's running of one specific train. Every service the specific unit does is in that journey mode chapter back to back, all with the same weather setups and whatnot. And this is the start of it. So it's the scenario that's like the cold and dark start, if you will. Looking for Trouble utilizes Charlie's custom modeled track camera. So Southeastern used to check some of their branch lines. They have like their own camera, so you can put that on the front of either of our 375s as an extra, and the scenario uses it. It's an easy intro one, really. Unexpected Express is as it stands. Service has been late. You have to make up the time, which means you're only stopping at Maidstone West on the way to Strood. A mad time is... Well, the pun speaks for itself. I don't want to spoil that one. You kind of just need to play that one. And It's Snow Good is... again, it's a snow pun. Huge snowfall in Medway Valley. You're the first train to go out. You're a double length 3753. You've got to compete with braking distances and whatnot due to the ice. It looks really good in the snow as well.
Awesome. So that's the scenarios. Timetable. Talk us through the timetable.
So obviously we've got the Medway Valley, which is Strood to Paddock Wood. And then it also goes from Paddock Wood to Tonbridge. So the bulk of those services will be done with the 3753, which is the 3-car. And then we've also included the 3756, which is the 4-car dual mode 375. That's used for one of the 4 trains on the Medway Valley, just to give it a bit more variety. And because it's a 4-car and we've done that, it allows the 465 to sub in on that. You've also got Chatham Mainline. Is it Chatham or Chatham?
Chatham.
It is Chatham. Okay. You got the Chatham Mainline. So that's currently done by the 3756 because we didn't want to lock any of the possible gameplay behind layers. Currently, the 3759 isn't subbing in because it needs some length adjustments, but otherwise it should at some point. 395 on the Chatham Mainline and peak hour services that go from Strood to Maidstone West and back. So there's 2 of those in the morning and 2 of those in the evening. Then you've got 465 subs in, various freight. You've got there's petroleum and aggregate services that go down the line. Petroleum trains are very long because they're aviation fuel going up to Isle of Grain. They weigh a lot, so you have to be careful using your brakes. We're showing one of those later, I
I'm
think.
going to be driving one of those later. So,
Yeah.
definitely haven't been set up.
The aggregate services go to Arlington sidings, and there's loading and unloading gameplay there, so that'll be fun. Rail tours. We've got the Class 47 from West Somerset. We've got the Flying Scotsman. There's a Class 33. Class 33 is a lot of fun. So pretty much all of the rail tours go in both directions, I think, don't they, James? If I'm remembering rightly, mostly.
More or less, yeah. I think the Class 47 goes southbound, Flying Scotsman goes northbound, and the 33 does the entire
both
route.
ways, yeah.
Yeah, both directions.
And then we've also put in two Class 700 proving runs, which you'll see one of those later. It's kind of a what if Thameslink wanted to test whether the 700 is safe to run down the Medway Valley, so they're both late at night. So we'll be showing off the night lighting in one of those later.
Awesome. Okay, that's the timetable. Layers wise, we've got Southeastern High Speed 700, cargo line aggregates, railhead treatment train, petroleum, the 33 with the ECML coaches, and more aggregates, more Southeastern High Speed, West Somerset Railway, and Flying Scotsman. So that's what you need for the full lot. I presume there's a detailed article, James, that describes all this stuff.
All of this will be in tomorrow's article.
Tomorrow's article. There you go. Right.
Also, just for performance-conscious people, all the static stock that I put in is on its own separate layers. So if you want to disable that to get a little boost of performance, it won't affect your gameplay at all.
Cool. Right, now let's hop over to Rail Journeys. And we're in all over the place, I think, for the first one.
Yeah.
Which one are we doing? 2T16?
I think it was that. Let me double check.
Let me check the instructions. 2T16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And just leaving it in dynamic weather?
I want to say, yeah, that's the default, isn't it? Yeah.
Cool. Let's go. Right, here we are, Strood.
With its lovely new bridge. I don't know if you want to go in third person and show off the bridge in the new office. So you can walk through it. The elevators go up. You can walk through the bridge. So that's a completely new model.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Also, those traffic lights to the left on the road, they actually work. That was something I did actually forgot to mention previously, didn't it, Charlie?
Oh yeah.
I mean, over here.
Yeah, those
There we are.
work. Traffic. And is it Aylesford that has the crossing?
Yep.
Yeah.
It actually has a pedestrian crossing that you can go over. And
Yeah,
actually-
it works.
You
You
can
can-
actually interact with it. Yeah.
You press the stop button, the cars stop, you can walk over it. Right, it's your GSMR map, you're gonna have to register it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Show me, walk me through how I do this then.
You'll have to find the signal number first, which I can't remember. It's
I
that one
think
ahead.
it's-
K487.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
I thought it's 467.
It says 487 to me.
yeah, 487, yeah.
Okay.
So what do I do?
I'll let you handle this, Charlie.
Okay, so you need to get the head code of your service.
So,
Okay.
So open up the
16.
Ski menu. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
so-
see.
so 2 at the top. So this is what always catches me out now. You have to leave it for like 10 seconds after you do the letter, because otherwise it'll change the letter. So if you do T now, so 8, you press that.
Yep.
Yeah, see? If you did, so yeah. So you gotta
Yeah,
leave it for like 5
this
or
is
10
mobile
seconds.
phone rig. This is mobile phone, old mobile phone rules.
Yeah, literally old mobile phone rules, and then signal.
Yeah.
Which is
Number,
what,
so
487 or
487.
8? Just 487.
Yeah.
and then the tick.
Yep. And there you go. It should register.
Look at that. That's amazing.
Oh, I lost the stream.
Oh,
Yep, says we're logged in.
Matt, your screen share. We can't see your.
Yeah, your screen share start, Matt. Don't think you can hear us.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah, can you hear?
We can hear you.
You.
And you can't see the screen moving?
No.
No.
Okay, I'll reshare it then, because it's still showing fine for me on Discord.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know
hang
what's
on.
happened there.
Try stopping watching and rewatching. Let me pause this for a minute so the timing's not getting too far out. You'll be harassing me for being late next, and it's Discord's fault. It's Discord's fault.
I'm not seeing an option to what? Oh yeah, I'll stop
Stop
watching.
watching and then rewatch again.
I don't think there is an option to rewatch.
There's nothing to rewatch.
Yeah. In fact, it's not even saying you're in the call as far as I can see, is
I
it?
can hear you, but you're not showing up in the call.
Oh, really? All right, hang on a minute.
Yeah. What? How is that even?
Right, sorry about this, folks. Let me. Oh, I see. Discord has completely lost its marbles. I've tried to disconnect from that call, and now actually Discord has just decided doing a spinny thing. Let me just force end task Discord. This is great. You know, as much as I love Discord, I also hate it so much. Sort your lives out, people. Sort your lives out. Right, let's see if it starts up. This is going well. Discord has actually gone down, has it? Discord is down. Excellent. All right. Well, I think that while we're waiting for Discord to come back up, we will just get on driving, and we'll find when that comes back. So, Jamie and Adam, I'm gonna keep one eye on Teams. If you ping me on Teams, oh no, come on, don't Teams mess me about as well. Right, so yeah, folks, Jamie, ping me on Teams when it's back, because I'm waiting for it to come back. Meanwhile, we'll just get on. Otherwise, we'll be here for all forever. Yeah, if your Discord is fine, don't disconnect, Callum. Right, let's get going. We are good to go. Let me turn the game sounds up.
The next station is Cuxton.
We'll get speed up in a minute. Oh, hang on, I haven't got safety systems on. Okay. Right, let's get sped up. Yeah, I still can't connect to Discord. It's still spinning. Where are we going? Cuxton, 1.8 miles. Apparently Cuxton always trips people up. I wouldn't say it ever trips me up, but this is the Medway Viaduct. Back in the cab while we come in. Still waiting for my Discord to try and reconnect. I might need to end task and retask Discord, so if you guys can let me know when Discord seems to be back up, I'll do that. It's funny, isn't it, how it's working perfectly right up until it all wasn't. The 395 Intercity is just the normal one from Southeastern High Speed. Doors open.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Tonbridge, calling at...
I'm not really set up for teams on here. Hang on, let me see what I can do.
Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Watering Green, Building, Beltring,
And Discord. Let me try restarting Discord one more time. Lock the doors. Right, let's get to the next station. Discord seems to be working again. Can you Jamie, can you disconnect and restart your Discord and see if it still connects okay? Got green light, good to go. Because yeah, I still can't get on Discord. I will end task it and try it one more time. Oh, Discord's connected. Hang on then, folks. I don't know what that crackling sound is. Hello. Testing 1, 2. Hang on, I can't look at multiple things at once. Why is Discord not sending any of my audio? Not doing anything else. I think Discord might think it's running again, but I don't think Discord is running again. Yeah, it's failed to start all the cameras. It's not sending any audio. Or at least it's not telling me it's sending any audio. I think Discord is hosed. So I'm just going to end Discord completely. Let me see if I've got Teams on here. Let's try doing Teams then, Jamie. I'm just logging in now. Oh, that's probably going to require the Microsoft Pain Authenticator. Oh no. Sorry, bear with me, folks. Technical hitch. Technical hitches. Don't worry, we'll be... Oh, it's the Sparks, is it? Oh, right, sorry. Okay, it had me worried there that there was another audio glitch going on. Sorry, I'm waiting for Teams to update itself now. Because even Teams doesn't work properly. We need you to sign in again. There you go. Why don't you just do it instead of asking me, instead of telling me to do it? Just get on with it. Oh, technology. Sorry, stupid technology. 17. Yes, that's my password. Come on, get on with it. You know, it's bad when you have to bring out the Microsoft applications. Yeah, absolutely. It'd be even better if the Microsoft applications would work. There we go. I think it's just about getting caught up. I haven't run Teams on this machine forever, so it needs to download a million years of history for some reason. Right, okay, I've asked Jamie to get everybody onto Teams and to invite me in when they get it. Okay, Jamie, when you're all on there, why do you need Discord? Because that's how Firefly, James, Jamie and X are on the call, right? How does YouTube help me in that instance? Right, anyway, we're going to carry on driving while Jamie gets a call set up. Okay, Jamie? Let me... Oh, yes, you're right. There they are. We're on the other side now, aren't we? Oh, now they're on the other side. Focus on this. Oh, why not got headlights on?
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Tonbridge, calling at Snodland, New Hythe, Aylesford, Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Wateringbury, Yulding, Beltring, Paddock Wood, and Tonbridge.
The other thing is you can see the guard in action. So I've asked it to close the doors, and you'll notice that one of them doesn't shut. That's the guard's door. And then you hang fire a minute, and then eventually that door will shut, and then you'll get the bells. .4 miles to Snodlands. There you go, some sparks. driving from the sky thing, I'm never going to get used to it. Sorry, we're trying to get this Teams call set up. Right, so, oh, hang on. Now I've got to figure out how to wire Teams into the audio, because I get, so try talking. Yeah, they can't hear you. And I've got no audio options. This is great. Nothing works. You can't hear me, can you? It still is. It still is. They can't hear me. And Teams, all of the... It says I've got no microphone, folks. It says I have no microphone, which is great. I have no camera and I have no microphone. Obviously. Let me know if you can prove that I have no microphone, folks, just for the record. I think we're going to assume that Teams is garbage. Excellent. Let's try rejoining and yeah, it says I have no devices at all. Right, that's an experiment that doesn't work then. Great, because Teams is awful software. I'm trying to think what else to do now. It's possibly somehow conflicting with OBS, but I don't know why it would and nothing else does. Let me try settings. Devices. Yeah, Teams says I have no audio devices, which is provably false. It has to be said. Provably false. Let me know if you back me up. I'll restart Teams. Zoom. That might be the next fallback option. I'm just restarting Teams. Let's see if it finds any devices this time. No. Why would it not find any devices? Oh, this is incredibly frustrating. For all of us, I'm sure. I'll try doing something radical and stupid. I'm not going to say what it is because it's radical and stupid. We hear Matt, but the others couldn't hear or see him. Yeah. And you couldn't hear them either. Because, again, Teams says I have no audio devices. Right, let's see whether I've got audio devices. I've got audio devices. Hey, so it turns out the answer is to do despicable things. And still not going to tell you what it is because it's despicable. Right. I'm going to send that to there. I'm going to set my microphone to there. And I'm going to try joining this here call. And with any luck at all, leave the camera. I need to change the camera device to. Well, it doesn't see OBS as a thing. Never mind, we'll do that. Turn the camera on. No, it can't use the video. I wonder if Discord has got that locked out. Restart it. No, I can't get video working. Right, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hello? Oh, yes, we can hear you.
Oh.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get that working and turn that on.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, we can see that now.
And then everybody else can hear you?
Can you hear us, chat? Can you hear us?
Hello.
I think it does. I think
everyone.
it works. I think it works. It's looking the bars are going up and down suspiciously like it's working. Good.
Oh,
and I definitely didn't just have to run Teams as administrator so that it could access microphones.
Oh, right, okay.
So
Yay! We got it working.
Finally.
right, okay. Now we've got the difficult bit done. Let's do the easy bit.
I was going to say, Matt, now that you can hear me, do you want to look to your right to show off the mural?
The mural.
Yes, keep going right. There you go. I'll start the mural.
That's licensed, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Yeah, they painted it at the station a few years ago, and it just looks so nice. And
does.
I'm so glad we have it in the game. It's brilliant.
Looks lovely. It's the longest anyone has ever spent in Snodland. Yes, let's get out of here.
So how much of your impeccable driving did we miss, Matt?
All of my impeccable driving. What are you talking about?
I did see you asked about the weird static noise. Yeah, it was the third rail spot.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah,
It's right. I've had headphones with problems before, and it sounded
yeah,
exactly
same,
like it.
literally the first time they went in, I didn't know that they were doing that. I was like, oh, is my headset dying? Right, now that people can hear us again. Did you want to show off the contact the Sigma audio, Charlie? Had you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you look to the GSMR map, which one is it, Charlie?
On the right-hand column, at the very bottom, there's a button which says contact signal. If you press that,
and if you look at it, it should say which where it connects to.
Hi there, this is Aylesford
Yep.
Centre, workstation 2.
Wow.
How can I help?
And that'll appropriately connect you to whichever signal box you should be connecting to.
yeah.
Road's clear, driver. All yours. Shortly arriving.
So is that the equivalent of when you press the you contact dispatcher and you're getting a clear path? Would you get a different thing if the path was denied?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
fantastic.
it would give you a different instruction if it is blocked.
That's amazing.
And
Yeah.
I think
And
currently we've got. Oh, sorry, Karen.
So I was just going to say, and then Matt, to exit the call, you just hit the X button. Cancel button there. There you go.
You just hang up. You don't say anything. You just hang up.
Yeah.
Bye then.
Don't want to speak to you anymore.
Yeah.
I have what I need. Go away.
Well, let's just hope they don't use Discord.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't have ever got connected in the first place if it
That
was
was a
Discord.
fun,
So,
Oh, other feature. If you look down at the seat, Matt.
If I look, what?
the one you're on, you can adjust the seat height, which adjusts the.
So the right side.
Where is it?
There.
There you go. And that affects the view.
Nice.
That's brilliant.
And then showing off some of our custom assets, you should have the. Am I allowed to say the company that owns it, even though they're not licensed, or do I have to just say? Right, that's the new warehouse owned by a supermarket on the right. So that one's not licensed, but then we have our DHL depot coming up next to it, which is licensed, as you can see.
Does every little bit help, or are they related to the dairies?
It's not every little bit helps. It's a red supermarket.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that, DHL.
Yeah, ciao.
Oh, you're speeding, Matt. You're speeding.
I know.
This should be fun. This should be fun.
This is a
I love
problem, and
Aylesford.
I'm looking around. I'm not concentrating.
I love Aylesford because it's just, and there's the platform. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not paying attention here, you will miss Aylesford, 100%.
Yeah.
Don't forget the signal, Matt.
Yeah.
I think we've got
And
loads of
it's a
time.
red.
Loads of space. Stop your panicking.
And if you go into third person, and then look at the guard doors, whichever one is decided to be used by the guard when you close it. So if you,
Should be the rear one.
it should be the
yeah.
rear one, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So
So if you move over to the right, Matt, so you're looking, and then turn left.
it's
Yeah.
it's the one.
It's the one
facing-
closer to the middle. The other one. Yeah, so you look in that. When you close the door, the guard panel will open as the virtual guard uses it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
neat.
and that's the CCTV camera there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
And
it's
the
gonna
virtual
close the
guard
door.
locks and closes it.
Yep.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
I think it's worth pointing out as well, you can drive with it, driver only if you want to, by pressing the closed door buttons in the
Yeah.
cab. That'll immediately close all the doors, whereas if you use the keyboard controls or the controller to shut the doors, it will do the guard sequence.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can pick based on your preference if you don't want to wait for the extra bit. Also, I'm not sure if you've driven past any AI yet, but all the AI respond to the whistle boards. And that's including the CES upgraded trains, the rail tour ones as well, I think. I think everything works. Matt, you're speeding.
I've just noticed. Me and speeding is not actually that unusual. It just means I'm driving a train. I'm not used to not driving from the cab. I've got to be honest. This is really, really weird.
Disorientating, yeah. It's just as much as we love the Electrostars, it's quite a narrow viewport.
This is one spot where we're right next to the river. We'll be right next to it again later, but this is sort of the closest we get to it for a while, which is quite nice to see. I like how you captured the colour of the river as well.
I think that was the first thing we did. I think that was the first thing Steve did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally, there was no terrain in the river, and he was like, "Yeah, let's get the colour right." So yeah, we got our brain Medway.
the Mudway, as people sometimes call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed people in the chat were asking about timings. So Xbox and PlayStation is out at 10 AM. Epic is out at 4 PM, and Steam is out at 5 PM.
Oh, here's the Allington sidings, which is where, as you can see, the aggregates wagons will be unloaded. So that's playable if you like loading and unloading gameplay like I do. You can do that by there. Oh, there's the seasonal hot air balloon as well in the
Yeah,
distance.
just spotted that. Yeah, it shows up in a few places, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I
nice.
think that's a really nice touch. That.
We've also got, if you haven't read James's article, we have seasonal sheep as well. So you'll only see lambs in lambing season. There's our animated horses.
I did not realise there's animated horses. That's
Yeah,
news
yeah,
to me. That's cool.
Horses and sheep animated.
Yeah. Good fun doing those.
I'm sure Steve would agree with you. Spent so much time trying to make sure they didn't escape the bends and just roamed freely across the Medway.
Yeah.
Or tried to board trains as well. Always fun.
Someone asked, does the Maidstone East Line Bridge have AI traffic? It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to stand there at Maidstone Barracks for a little bit to see it because it doesn't sync up very well
No.
with the Medway Valley.
But yeah, they are there.
But it is there, yeah.
They are fully there. Right, at this start, Matt, we will need you to stand up to show something.
Am I opening the doors first?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Charlie, do you want to direct? This is
Okay.
your feature.
All right, Matt. So, if you'd like to just get up out of your seat for a second and exit out the cab to the saloon, and make your way down to the middle coach, the next one along.
Tonbridge.
And turn around.
If you press that door open button.
Yeah, take a look at that. Take a look at that button right in front of you there.
What, that one? That doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
That can't do anything. That's illegal.
Yeah.
Wow. Revealing secrets here, folks. Revealing secrets here, folks.
And that's not all.
Nice.
The handle also moves. You can sit on it, and you can lock the door.
Looks a bit.
See, now it's the ultimate realism. Now it is. I look forward to seeing the first person to upload a video of the entire journey sat here.
Yeah.
Honestly.
The authentic experience.
There we are.
Wow.
Well, ironically, the authentic experience would be it's out of service on this route, but you know. Here it is.
Wow.
The first passenger toilet.
There you go, everyone.
Yeah. That was like day one. It was like, right, this has to happen.
Absolutely. I think it was so worth it.
It was.
As they said on the chat, Matt's busy, someone else take over.
Yeah.
Matt's indisposed currently. And if anybody wants a slight laugh, we had to get someone to get source material for that, so they were taking pictures of the 375 toilet, so they probably got some weird looks for that.
That is probably, yes, the weirdest look they'll probably ever have in their life, I think.
That's better. Forgot I popped it in neutral.
Oh yeah.
So you don't remember how to drive a train. You're only driving a train. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm too busy. I'm too excited about the toilets.
So this is a ridiculously short distance between two stations here,
Yeah.
Maidstone Barracks and Maidstone West. Don't just floor it out the station because you're right next to the next one.
I feel like people could have just walked between these stations, to be honest. Like a 10-minute walk.
You can probably spawn some trains long enough to open doors at both. I'd love to. I wonder if that works. That'd be really interesting.
Fit one of the gym and ICEs on it. I'll definitely fit.
I wonder if someone's done, you know where people have done it on the underground, where they have to run between stations before the train gets there. I can't remember where it is on the underground. I wonder if they've done it with this station, because that would be rather interesting.
Maidstone West. with the biggest intermediate station. Captured really well, I have to say. The amount of times I've gone here in my time, and it just looks exactly how it does. It's brilliant.
Oh, and if you turn to the right, Matt, there's the signal box.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. If you go back to the track, yeah. So down ahead it's a little ways down. So if you turn right,
the train will go past.
You will, but yeah, you'll pass it. Yeah, it's just there in the distance. So that's got an interior model. You can't go into it, but the interior on it is modeled, and there's NPCs in it. And it lights up at night and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just to make it a little bit.
Brings that
more,
little bit of extra life to it.
Yeah. On his phone. Yeah.
There he is.
So yeah, there's a couple of signal boxes that have their interiors modeled. Yeah, you can't go into them just because we felt that was just a bit weird, just wandering into a signal box, but they are modeled, so.
That's a massive signal box.
It is huge.
Yeah.
It's definitely not getting the use that I'm sure it used to get during the heyday.
Yeah.
So is this not part of the East Country Signalling project?
So it technically yes and technically no, because the East Country Signalling project, obviously that affected Gillingham all the way up to I think Swanley and North Kent as well, up to Gravesend, that sort of area. But they sort of cancelled the project before doing the Medway Valley.
Okay.
So Cuxton, Aylesford, Maidstone West, East Farley and Wateringbury are all still locally staffed signal boxes. So yeah, it's all run like that. And up until a few years ago, all of the crossing gates were still manual gates as well. They only replaced them with automatic barriers a few years ago. But they're still automatic barriers that you locally, push a button to lower. So it all plays into the whole sort of like antiquated, lost in time feel to the route, really. Because if you're lucky if a signal box survives these days, let alone still open. I mean, the one at Petersfield was just demolished a few weeks ago, I believe, wasn't it, a few months ago. So, it's a nice little facet to have on a modern day route that you can see the signal boxes. Especially my favourite one to see lit up is Wateringbury, because it's right next to the river, and that scene is just brilliant.
Jamie, is someone logged into the Train Sim World account on YouTube?
I can, yes.
We need a pin. Talk to Candice and Mod ECM2. They need a pin.
Ah, yes. Thank you for spotting.
It also has, I feel like, the most whistleboards per mile of like any route.
It seems
in the UK.
like it, yeah.
Like so that's why again it was like, well, the AI have to use them because they're literally everywhere. So. Like there's one point, there's a really nice bridge where you go across, which is great for watching AI because there's literally 3 whistleboards in about 100 meters. So, like, if you hear Flying Scotsman going past, it sounds very nice.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, there's a little lock there.
Yeah, we got our Kentish Oast houses in the background.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There they are.
It's one of those. I was gonna say, it's one of those assets that when it went in, it just immediately made it feel like Kent.
I didn't even know these were a thing until we started on this, to be honest. It's like, oh, you need Oast houses. It's like, oh. Those are unique, yeah.
The word Oast just triggers me because it sounds wrong. It's like it's missing a letter or something.
Yeah. Missing a T. Where's my toast?
Or
I want to
anything.
go to a toast house.
There's all sorts of things it could be, but Oast is not what you naturally want it to be. It's just like my brain just goes, and the rest.
And the rest. Oh yeah, moving cyclists as well.
Yeah, look at him go.
I mean, in real life, on this side of the bank where the cyclist currently is, that path runs the entire length of the river, more or less. So you can start up in Rochester and walk all the way to Tonbridge if you've got a spare several hours. I'd recommend just taking the train. But it's a nice walk. It's a very nice walk.
Or you could catch the train there and then walk back and train spot on the way.
Yeah, I mean, I have done that. I mean, we were all in call purgatory earlier, but between Newhive and Snodland, if you can catch the train one stop and then walk through the lakes all the way back. So that's quite nice. That's in real life, I will say. That's in real life. You know, it just shows how much water and scenic areas you go past on this route.
Mm.
I like cold purgatory, I like that as apt.
Yeah. Very, very good term for that.
Matt, are you enjoying driving?
Oh yeah, no, it's thoroughly enjoyable.
Good.
And what are you driving with, Matt?
I've got PBC Pro.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh, I've got all of them stuff. I'm using the button panel, the door panel, the AWS button, and I'm using the PBC Pro. But the other thing is that I've got the new version of PBC Pro, which means I've got the brake hold button working on there as well, which is
Oh wow.
wizard.
Amazing.
So yeah, PBC Pro isn't out yet. That's from TS Controllers. That's coming out soon. So yeah, keep an eye on their website for more info on that. But it's very good. I literally just got this upgraded version yesterday. On our way to Wateringbury.
Which is very scenic.
That's the highlight of the whole journey, really.
Yeah.
The lamps especially. It looks very good at night, which you'll see later.
Are those weeping willows?
I want to say yes. I'm pretty sure they're definitely willow trees, I would say.
Yeah, looks good.
You'll also notice we have quite a lot of graffiti. We wanted to put a lot of that. But there's another
That's
balloon.
appropriate.
It really feels like you've got a lot of life in the route. So there's balloons, you've got the cyclists, you've got the boats on the river. You know, it does feel, feels alive almost.
That was, that's what we wanted to do most of all, really. It's just, didn't want it to feel kind of sterile, really.
Yeah.
The sheep especially. I really do feel like having the animated animals adds a lot, to be honest.
Mm.
Someone was saying they don't particularly like the Electrostars in general, but you can drive the 465 quite a lot on this route, can't you?
Yep. So 25%, so 1/4 of the services on Medway Valley can be done by 465 if you want. So that's a full day's working. So there's services going back and forth at all times of the day. Do as a 465 if you don't like the Electrostar.
Plus you got the rail tools as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
They go the full length as well.
Yeah.
And there's bright. There's our moving sheep.
Oh yeah.
It's such a little thing that just adds the final touch, really.
I'm honestly just glad to not have the 3 polycuju sheep anymore, to be perfectly honest with you. Those things are the things of nightmares.
And, welcome to Wateringbury, that lovely station building.
I really like the, I'm assuming it's the old engine shed, that building to the right, I would assume.
I think it's a good shed, actually.
Is it?
I think it's a good shed. These days it's now timber, like a
It's
private
really
timber
weird,
business.
because it's got, that's another signal box there with an interior, as you can see.
Oh, I love the signal boxes.
Yeah.
Look at that. So it looks like, and tell me if I'm wrong, James, but it looks like that they put the modern signalling in, but still using the signal boxes to control the modern signalling, correct?
Yeah, so instead of big levers and frames, they just put little switch boxes in.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
all of the colour light signalling in this route only went in 2005. So it was semaphore signalling until 2005.
Right.
So yeah, the colour lights went in around that sort of time, but
yeah,
it all remained locally staffed to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's a good shed on that side for sure. Yeah.
It's the openings as well. So if you see the one on the right is just slightly raised up, which I'm assuming is for loading into like a truck or something.
Hmm.
Also, just spot in the background there, nice little custom. Definitely not public house.
Oh, is it the pub?
Yeah.
Yeah. Over to the left, Matt. There, directly in front there.
Yeah, the white building.
There you go.
We're going to model an interior, but you'd only be able to get H2O, J2Os there because they don't have alcohol.
Go past the marina, lots of boats there. The boat models as well are just like so nicely detailed for what is just a boat in the distance. Really, it looks so nice if you look at them up close. It's brilliant.
We needed some good, we had to get good boats, you know. Considering half the route feels like it's water, we had to get some good boats. I will warn you, Matt, there is a almost surprise 30-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up at Yalding. It does show up on the track monitor, but it does feel so.
So James, I'm going to ask you, what's your favourite part of the route, and why does this line? What does this line mean to you?
I mean, so there's going to be a lot of personal bias there, because I have lived on the line my entire life, and particularly with me and my upbringing, we didn't have a car. So every journey we went on was always by train, and what I loved in particular about it was how pretty the southern half is. I like the northern half because that's where I live. That's great. But the contrast of when you leave Maidstone, it suddenly gets this pretty. There aren't many routes like it in Kent, you know, if any, because most of them just straight line 90 miles an hour, quite frequent tunnels, you know. It's just nice and sedate, but it does mean a lot to me, the fact that it's my local route. And you know, a lot of people when they hear me talk about it, they're like, oh, here he goes again, but then they play it and then they get it, you know. It's got that nice sort of enticing feel to it. And you know, from a driving perspective, you got just the right distance between the stations to feel like you're actually doing a nice long journey, and that also translates into guard mode as well. There is just enough time between each station to sort of take a leisurely pace, check in all the tickets, and then you slow down for the next station and you do the doors. It's just got a nice cadence to it, a nice rhythm. You know, even the full length run to Tonbridge that I'm doing right now takes only about an hour.
Yeah.
And it's just the right distance of time for you to finish at one end and be like, oh, I've got enough time. I'll do another journey back again. You know, it's got that sort of, you could play it all day feeling to it.
Oh, good.
Just to point out, Matt, so that white flashing signal there, that's the unique thing for this crossing. So it has one on each side. It's got a unique sign as well. When it's flashing, you're good, basically, but you have the whole area is below 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the only flashing white signal in the country by any means. There's quite a lot up in Scotland.
So West Somerset has one, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's the only two-aspect signal that's got all flashing white, because the red flashing light would be the bulb underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, all other designs of that in the UK are a single-aspect signal design.
I can't remember that we have one of those at North Norfolk, but I can't remember if it's a double aspect or a single aspect off the top of my head. But we definitely, because we have an unmanned or a non-barrier crossing. So we have that as well.
Yeah, so the general practice there is, then the reason for 30-mile-an-hour speed limit is, in reality, you would want to approach that with caution, because if the light is still red, it would mean that the barriers are still up.
Yeah.
That's generally what it means, because it's unmanned, it's unguarded in any way. But there are half barriers, but no one's really looking at them. So it's up to the driver's responsibility to make sure it's safe to cross.
Yeah.
And the signal helps with that. Someone said it's the hop farm in the game. In the distance, yes, because we've got the Oast House assets. It is just on the horizon. You can see it. We'll see it at Beltring if we can see the distant scenery far enough. And there goes the River Medway. Again. So now we're on the other side of the River Medway, and what it does from this point is just go straight into Tonbridge. We don't actually cross it again. The next time the railway crosses the River Medway is when it leaves Tonbridge going back up to London, but that's beyond the realm of this route. But we've now left the River Medway part of the route.
This is Sheep Central now you're coming up to. This is where they tried to board the train.
Really?
Yeah, it's because they use the same nav mesh system, but you might see it. Some of them might still be doing it, but they kind of walk up to the fence occasionally, which not too many of them are doing it, so that's good. But yeah, when we first got them in, there'd be like 10 sheep queued up against the fence as if they were trying to board the train when you pulled up, which was always quite funny to see.
Can we do a close-up of them moving around, Matt? So you can...
Yeah, and you can get to see all the different things they do as well.
So there's our lambs that only show up in spring.
Look at that.
Yeah. Some of them may lay down occasionally, some of them may graze. Just adds so much life.
Oh, you can see, yeah.
Aww.
And yeah, they're all nav meshed in the field, so they'll always be in different positions every time you come, because they just wander
That's
around as they
fantastic.
want, basically.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
If you see them standing on things, it's because they use the same system as the passengers, so... A lot had to be done to make sure they stayed in their field, put it that way.
I think they're pretty good though, now though.
I think even Steve would agree it was worth the suffering to get them working.
Yeah. Well behaved now though.
Domesticated sheep.
So a question from Max from our Q&A thread we had. There he is. Are there any plans for new features such as GSMR to become a core feature in the game? Yeah.
Not from us, no. Not at the moment, anyway. Usual road mapping sort of answer, I'm afraid.
Another little sneak peek of DHL.
Yeah.
On the left there. And approaching Paddock Wood. The nice and busy southeastern main line.
Which is where you'll see your double length 375s.
Yeah. The sidings on the right, that's Paddock Keyland sidings. That's usually where they store stuff like the rail grinder, and the ballast blaster trains, stuff like that, and the tampers. They usually put them in there.
And then on the left is the Network Rail Training Center. Wait, that's Paddock Wood, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always forget if it's Tonbridge or Paddock Wood because there's a yard of both.
Yeah.
So the platform on your right, that track there, is where you would be terminating if you're only doing the Medway Valley service. So it'll go into that dead end siding by there, or dead end platform, I should say, by there. But if you go into Tonbridge, you have to go through this one.
This train has 3 coaches.
We've got another question here. How easy will GSMR be to use with a controller?
It's for you, Charlie.
Yep, okay, I can answer that. So, there is a cab camera view that you can cycle to when you're sitting in the cab, where it will give you, there you go, Matt's just done it. It gives you a much clearer view of the screen and the buttons. So, that should help as much as possible with doing what you need to do with it.
Right.
Yeah, and also if you don't want to have to type it in, and why would you not want to type it in? But if you don't want to type it in, if you turn expert mode off in the settings, it defaults to the GSMR that's in all the other trains already, so that it'll automatically set itself.
Yep. So there's that option as well.
It's completely up to you whether you want to or not, basically. So.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And that's also the same with the door entry levers. So we've modelled the door entrance and exit levers for the cab. If you're on expert mode, that's the only way to open it. If you're on non-expert mode, you can just click on the door like a normal train. But obviously, you can't click on a door in real life. You have to use the lever, so that's why that's how it works like that in expert mode, basically.
Yeah. It's good to have the choice.
Yeah.
Another question for you. Are there any express fast services, or are they all stoppers?
There's the 395s that go from, I'm going to forget now, is it Gravesend?
Yeah, so...
That's the north end, isn't it? Yeah, I always forget. I always get that Rainham mixed up.
Yeah,
so they go from Gravesend to Maidstone West back, and then that's like 9 AM and 6 PM. So those are the express services.
Yeah, there are a couple others as well, just sort of dotted around. So the first train of the day from Tonbridge, Jubilee sidings, skips all the stations between Paddock and Maidstone West. So that gives you a nice little way to drive that bit a bit faster. Mm-hmm. There's another pair of ECS moves with the Class 465 that runs to Maidstone West and back in the evening, which is nice. And also one of the rail tours, if you want to drive it as an EMU, one of the rail tours is for the 395, representing the Remembrance rail tours that were done a few years ago. So you get to drive a 12-car 395 all the way from Gravesend to Tonbridge, and it only stops at Maidstone West. So there's some ways to do it. And of course as well, you can also just place down a train and do it for yourself if you want. Or be a rebel and just don't stop anywhere.
Yeah, you just speed through them.
It's always the fun challenge with this section of the route. How close to 100 miles an hour can you get before you have to brake? Because I was going to say, this bit is dead straight.
Yeah.
It's completely straight.
Going the other way, you can just about get up to 100 before you need to stop for Paddock. And we had our driver SME confirm that was about accurate, so he was happy with it. He's also very happy with the audio. So the direct quote was, "I can close my eyes and it's like being at the office."
Another question for you. Are there any services with unusual shunt moves?
Some, I thought to say at Maidstone West. Some weird stuff with the ECS moves early and late. But otherwise, it's generally they just go from Gillingham Depot to Strood, change ends, and then go about their day.
Yeah.
So the Medway Valley trains don't actually leave the route because we have the sidings, the depots on both sides modelled. So you can just, if you want to spend the entire day driving services, you can, because they don't leave them out.
A question, yeah, I've just seen another about, do drivers generally operate one train the whole day then? And I mean, drivers normally will have different units or locomotives to drive throughout the day, but it depends on their working day, really.
It'd be in shifts.
Yeah, they're not spending 12 hours driving trains.
Yeah,
No.
you'd probably
That'd be unsafe.
you'd
Really
probably
unsafe.
do, what, 3 or 4 journeys. You'd probably do 3 or 4 journeys each direction, and then that's it. That's your shift done. You'll have a break. You probably do another set afterwards, perhaps, and then that's your shift done. So of course, but you can still represent that if you want to, just by getting out the train, standing at Strood for half an hour whilst you go and make lunch.
Or you could go on the train and sit on the toilet for the whole trip out there if you wanted.
That's after you have lunch. The approach control into Tonbridge. Good fun.
Do you want to do a flyby, Matt, if you want to put the camera far ahead? Because we have rail singing working. Don't know if you want to show that off.
Well,
Not sure how easy that is to show off. Oh yeah. Maybe not at the moment then. Do that on the next one.
Yeah.
Tell you what, you're all trying to get me trapped out.
Come on, we got an inside pool going. Who can make Mad spad first?
Yeah. So the sidings on the left, that's Tonbridge Engineers sidings. So that's where some of the railhead treatment trains are stored during the autumn, with the rest of them stored at Tonbridge West Yard. It's the base of railhead treatment trains for the whole of the southeast, which is quite fun. So you see them a lot in autumn around this area.
Yeah.
I see someone asking, can we drive a 375 between Tonbridge and Paddock Wood? Can. The Semel services are playable between there if you want the short runs.
About 5 or 7 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
So
if you want a really
short
quick fix, that's the... our southern service is represented at Tonbridge as AI, so currently they're set up our end to do it, but Rivet need to do some fixes to the 3773 so that they sub in currently. So once those are done, they should sub in automatically.
This is British Transport Police.
Out of interest, how many people worked on the route and when did development start? So the main team is 5 of us, with 2 other people that helped out in various things. And when did development start? It was about, I want to say last April or last May when it fully started.
Yeah, I'd say so.
They're asking if they can see the map, Matt. Oh yeah, you are doing it there.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, hello. What I'll do is I'll return to free roam so I can look at the map. Let me.
Platinum medal, there you go, Matt.
Okay, well, it's a sort of like spec, to be honest. It's a bug in the route if I don't.
So that's Tonbridge West Yard. Next to Tonbridge, that's the engineers' sidings. The completely dead straight southeastern main line, and then that's where the Medway Valley begins, the Paddock Wood. That's the Maidstone East line going over the top there. There you go. That's Hauling Cement Works.
Yep.
There's nothing there because we don't have the wagons for it, but you can access it, I believe. There's
Yeah,
high
the
speed
gate
one.
opens. The gate's automatic.
Yeah, and then the approach into track you're familiar with on South Eastern High Speed. So you've got High Speed 1 crossing over the top, the Chatham Main Line comes in, Who Junction, all the way up to Gravesend. And then the Chatham Main Line's also included all the way through Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham, and Rainham.
Yep. The reason we picked Rainham is that's where the 700s terminate. So.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
So it gives you what, half an hour driving experience in the 700 between Gravesend and Rainham. So it's a bit shorter than the Dartford to Rainham in South Eastern High Speed, but if you've only got half an hour, it's a nice little way to spend it.
Brilliant. So our next service, Matt, is going to be Paddock Wood to Strood.
Mm-hmm.
That's back in the same journey, isn't it? What's the number? What's the TRN?
2T51.
2T51.
Just so you don't have to set up the weather for it. Makes life a bit easier in that respect. I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that every time that they want to select journey mode. I do that every single time as well, Matt.
2T51. Go for it.
I'll set up your...
What are we? We are 2T51.
And you're going to have to use third person. Because it's a long way away, that signal.
It's 195.
Yep.
No, wrong one.
Yeah.
Wrong
Yeah.
one.
So it's from here and Tonbridge.
Right, no.
That's it.
Wait until it blinks. There you go.
Yeah.
What number was it?
195.
195.
195.
Yep.
Yeah, if you call the signaller anywhere between Tonbridge and Paddock Wood, you'll be contacting Ashford, because as part of all the signalling upgrades, everything in this area just goes straight to Ashford. So it's not as local as it is in the Medway Valley.
Do you want to show off the guard panel while we're waiting at the station?
It's
You've
the
got
riddles here.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, so the guard can only close it on this 375.
Yeah.
So if you put the key in, it should activate the camera. Yep. As you can see, they are actually moving, and that is actually live, and it cycles through all the carriages.
That's brilliant.
And again, if people are conscious about performance, if you turn expert mode off, that'll only show static images. Not that we haven't seen any performance impact for that though. We've done it, well, about as optimized as you can possibly make picture in picture, I would say.
That's very cool.
We approach Beltring from inside this line. Last time we were outside, we'll hear the unique announcement that plays at Beltring Station as we approach it.
Yeah.
a question for Adam and Charlie. So, what made you make this route? What made it interesting for you to make the route?
So what made us make the route is the first one, is it?
Well, just sort of like what was what made you choose this route?
So there's a long answer and a short answer. So the short answer is James. The long answer is, to be honest, it's pretty much a perfect first route for us to start with. It's highly scenic, as you can see, which is what we wanted to focus on. We wanted to focus on, high visual fidelity for visuals. It's not too long, which again is a huge thing, because especially for our first project, we didn't want to do something longer because it's very easy to get overwhelmed on your first project. It's like, oh, can we finish it? Can we not? Or like if you spent like 6 months doing something and you're like, right, we've done a third of the route. It's a bit overwhelming at that point. So it was kind of, we wanted to get something under our belt. We could be like, right, we 100% we know we can do it, and then that makes it easier for us to do longer things if we wish going forward. It's just a good sort. It's got a good variety of gameplay. It's got a bit of everything. It's got some nice features, and it's not too busy as well, which is in some respects quite nice to work with. Allows you to focus in on the detail more.
Yeah.
But in summary, it was mine.
I will play. James is never getting a Christmas or birthday present off anyone on the team ever, because this is like his whole life's worth combined from us.
But it's brilliant. It really is.
No bias.
No, none at all.
If anyone has seen James's thesis from Friday on the Medway Valley history, definitely give that another read.
If you finish reading it for the first time.
Yeah, if you only just finished, you've just finished now, just before the stream. Yeah, see, look, there you go, look, the sheep queue into trucks because they want to board, they want to leave Beltring.
I mean, can you blame them?
Joe, we did try, we spawned one on the platform to see if it would get on, unfortunately it wouldn't.
No, it's not actually getting on.
I was gutted. I thought it would make a great blooper reel, seeing a sheep just bored on the 375, but can't win them all. Oh yeah, Matt, do you want to... Oh, it's not red. On the next station you stop at that's red, do you want to press the call signaler button, just to show what the signaler says?
Mm-hmm.
So, question: does the 375 lay it onto southeastern? And if it does the GSMR and announcements work?
So currently it doesn't lay it because that would be DTG to implement, not us on that. Because I think it just need the probably keywords changing, that kind of thing.
It's
the
going
GSMR
from a 4 car to a 3
work.
car though, so it probably wouldn't work.
The 6 should though, shouldn't it? Because we've got a 4 and a 3 car, so one of them should fail.
Yeah, your 4s
Yeah, the
would be
GSMR
fine.
should work because that's completely independent from the timetable.
I think the only thing that wouldn't work would be the which signal box it connects to, because that needs to be set up for each route.
Yeah.
I think the audio would still play though, wouldn't it, Charlie?
No, because that's tied to each
Right,
signaler.
okay.
There's also another thing which should have mentioned. Every signal box you get a unique voice script, and the voices are also unique as well. There's different voice sets. You've got some male and female voices.
So we've got 2 of each, so there's some variety on that. It's not just one voice all the time.
No, exactly.
And to be honest, because we've set it up so the GSMR is it's his own independent plugin as far as the game's concerned. So it's not part of Medway Valley, it's technically speaking separate, so we can use it for all our future routes and kind of build on it, and stuff that we build on should, obviously, no promises, but should filter back, because it's just one core system for us, basically. So we'll probably add some more voices, I'm sure. Is that flashing white light again?
There it is, yeah.
Paddock and Tonbridge. This train has 3 coaches.
What I love about here is the fact that these buildings on the right, they're quite oddly shaped houses. But those are the shapes of the houses that are actually there.
We got those custom made because they looked so weird. It was like, we can't just put a generic asset in there because it wouldn't look right.
Yeah, I believe the same is also true for some of the new builds around Aylesford as well.
Yeah.
They're custom built houses. So,
blue ones, I think those are.
Yeah.
I want to say they're blue.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
I was going to say, Matt, if you go into first person a sec, and then look behind you at the lever. So so that there, the green one. So that's how you open the door to get out. You just pull that down. It's like a pull lever. That'll open the cab door, and then to close it, you just do that. And then there's a lever on the outside as well that does the same thing.
Yeah.
And also, if you look to your bottom left by the throttle, that, if you zoom in on that, that is actually the sticker on the wall. That is actually the full. That is accurate. Other than the phone number, we changed that.
Does
and those steps work.
Sorry, does the emergency call button work as well on the GSMR?
Not for sending it, but you can receive one in one of the scenarios.
Yeah, so one of the scenarios is built around it. Our ideal future kind of thing would be we'd like to make something like that a fault, but we haven't really worked out how we can go about that yet, because technically you need the AI to stop as well, and I'm not sure if that's physically possible with how everything works. That would be ideal though, get that to work.
So Adam, I know that somebody else was talking earlier on chat about how does it perform on Steam Deck, and I know you can talk to that.
Yeah, I've been testing it on my Steam Deck. Runs very well. It's almost on full medium settings with a 100% game resolution. The bar in TS, like what render resolution it runs, and it pretty much solid 30 FPS, which is a lot better than I get on a lot of routes on my Steam Deck. So. Yeah, it's an enjoyable experience on the Steam Deck. And you can even reduce the TDP down as well, so you get longer battery life as well. That's not full power. You probably get higher FPS. But...
So someone has asked, how long is the route in total?
So the Medway Valley Line itself, if you want a proper breakdown of it all, Strood to Paddock Wood is 21 miles, and then Paddock Wood to Tonbridge is another 5 miles. It's a 26-mile journey for that bit, and then Gravesend to Rainham from South Eastern High Speed that's been updated is another 13 miles. So, in total, that is maths.
Can I just say as well, I love how you know that off the top of your head. Like,
yeah, it's.
I literally did, worked on this track, the signaling, the timetable. I don't know that, but James knows that off the top of his head. I was about to look through the documents to find it.
It's just a big encyclopedia of Medway Valley stuff. It's brilliant.
Oh yeah, so these are the lamps that I really love. They look really nice at night.
It's the sort of infrastructure you'd expect to only see at Heritage Railway.
Yeah.
I think that's the nice thing about this route, is it feels like it's a Heritage Railway if it had just reopened again.
And yeah, we picked this service because it gets progressively darker as the route gets on, so you'll see more and more of the night lighting. And then we have a service later that is just straight up at like midnight, so it's pitch black for the whole run. So
yeah. So this run is kind of like supposed to like take us into that.
Yep. So you get a day view, a dusk view, and then a night view, basically.
Yeah.
Just so you can see what the lighting looks like at all the different stages. I think I saw somebody ask, is the fog to hide the floors? No, because we just did a full run without any fog on. So. But the fog on this run is purely for atmosphere, because it makes the night lighting pop a bit better, basically.
Yeah.
We've been asked, can we have when we get to the next crossing, can we get a run past at the next crossing?
So we can see it coming. It's a little bit foggy.
Can we get off the train and order a curry at Aylesford Station?
So, I mean, you know, you'd probably have to pause the game and ring up yourself, but there is a sign on the outside of the building that does imply the fact that it is actually a takeaway.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
It is. We've got a lot of silly signs and puns in. That one, I believe, is My Lad Tandoori, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I believe it is.
Which is fairly close to the official one. I can't remember what it is. But it's not, obviously it's not My Lad, but it's fairly close.
Have you got James, have you got a favourite memory of this line?
I mean, for me, it would have been when I was little. It would have been when I was little, when the 508s used to still run on the route. And if you don't know what a Class 508 is, picture a Class 313 but yellow. That's basically about it. And that they used to run on the route, and riding on those was just so fun. That's probably the highlight. You know, I've got photos that I took on a old disposable camera at Maidstone West of those, and it's a treasured memory. The other really funny memory I have, it half involves the Medway Valley, because it involves Strood. I was trying to get home. Again, I was little. It was me and my mum. We were trying to get home from Chatham, and we got on the train. This was back in the slam door days. Got on the train, went through Rochester, looked out the window. Oh, there's Strood. We've got on the wrong train. Go to Soul Street and up to Victoria instead. So that was fun. But yeah, it was just just one of those little things that you do sometimes. You know, you just make a little mistake. It's really funny. But yeah, no, the childhood, the old trains. So you know, that's fun. But also, you know, living here and with Dovetail being in Chatham, commuted on it every day. You know, every time we go to the office, I have to commute on this. And you know, some of the scenarios and ideas and stuff were all based on like my commute, and all the woes and wonders of whatever happens in the real world. You know, because you know, if you can imagine it, it probably happened in real life at least once. So yeah, the Unexpected Express scenario, which was mentioned earlier, I was on that train. The one that only stops at Maidstone West. So yeah, you know, there's a lot of real story behind this as well.
Also, I'm not sure if we fully mentioned it yet. We haven't said about all the upgrades we've done to the Southeastern high-speed trains, have we?
No,
That'd be a good thing to go over.
So, do you want to say, Charlie, since you're primarily in charge of them?
Yeah, can do. So we've gone ahead and given the Southeastern high-speed stocks some upgrades in order to make it, just to kind of make it look more bring it up to standard essentially. So that will include the improvements to the glass that now uses the version 2, which has better rain and weather effects on it. And they also have suspension and the core GSMR on them as well. So that includes the 375-9, the 465, and the 700 as well, and the 395.
Yep.
And we've
and
also...
the 66, wasn't it?
Yes, the 66 and the RHTT 66 as well.
We've also done variety of like minor bug fixes and stuff like that. You know, changing light LODs, light colors, that kind of thing. So
yeah, we've done a lot of that.
It's just basically the goal was we wanted it to be, you know, when you're at Strood, we wanted it to be kind of a homogenous experience. We didn't want you to jump on another train and be like, oh, that's a bit of a jump, you know. So we brought them up to modern TSW6 standards as best as we were able.
Yeah.
I did see someone ask earlier, so we haven't touched the 3759, the white one that comes with the ROG, because that had some other issues, didn't it, Charlie? Remember right?
Yeah, I think that had like a couple of modelling errors.
Yeah, it would have needed more extensive work to get that working. So
yeah, it just wasn't in the scope for us to do that.
But even though currently the 3759 isn't subbing in, it has been upgraded. For if it does get updated to sub in, or if you just want to drive it on CES. And yeah, all the changes will carry over to playing on CES as well. And you can route hop to CES from, is it Strood, I want to say?
It's Rainham and
it's Rainham.
I think Gravesend.
Yeah. So currently that's one way route hopping. The CES would need to be updated to implement it the other way, and that's not up to us.
Yes.
I shall have to get onto Ryan and make that happen.
While you're bugging Ryan that, could you see if somebody could action the 3759 change? Basically, it just needs the max length that's recorded in it is higher than it should be in reality, so it just needs that number changing, and then it should automatically
BM
sub
on
in.
Discord and I'll get it on the list.
Okay, will do. And then I think for hours to sub in on CES, it probably just needs a keyword adding to the base formation. It should just sub in. That 15 gets me every time as well. Every single time I speed on that one section. Every time.
It's almost as annoying as Lewis.
Just like, boom, 15. It's like, what? Why?
I don't know how long we're here for. One thing we haven't really seen yet, because we've just been driving trains, is Maidstone West is one of 4 stations that actually has an interior to its station building.
Yep. So that if you see those stairs over there to your left.
We've got 2 minutes here, so if you
yeah, you can go out first if you want, Matt. And then you'd also be able to show off the entrance. Remember, you gotta do the lever.
Yeah.
Wow, that guy's close. A little keen.
Can I have a go, mate?
Yeah, so this station, the interior here is the only way to access that platform. So it's sort of like, well, it kind of has to go in. So here it is.
And you can also go out in the car park as well if you want to walk around and look at the electric police vans. Oh, and there's a defib.
Oh, you got a charging point for them as well.
So yeah, the other stations you can access is Strood, Paddock and Tonbridge. Yeah. You can access their interiors, and we should probably get out at Strood and walk out the station there to see something else, but that's when we get there.
If you anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the police.
It's quite an unusual station building because you're straight out of the station building and straight onto the footbridge from there.
Yeah, it's a very weird setup in a way.
Ah, perfect timing, Matt.
It's like I planned it.
Really good.
That was perfect timing.
Yeah, so people saying there's a lot of police vans. They do keep them parked there all the time in real life. It's, you know, it might be a nice pretty route, but it's still Maidstone. Less said the better.
Apologies to anyone from Maidstone who's watching.
Apologies, they're in Maidstone.
Okay, so James is a new Lucas when it comes to dissing where people live.
Yeah.
I used to go to school in Maidstone, so I can't complain too much. And I survived, so it's fine.
The next station is Maidstone Barracks. This is British.
Will the Southeastern trains still get updates even if you don't know Medway Valley? Yes, the Southeastern high-speed update will go out at, I think, about 10 tomorrow, 10 in the morning, same time it releases on Xbox and PlayStation. On all platforms, the Southeastern 700 and Railhead Treatment Train packs will get updated.
Yep.
We will shortly be arriving at Maidstone Barracks.
It's so ridiculously short, the jump between these two stations
It
every
is,
time.
isn't it?
It's just like, seriously, come on.
Is there not ticket barriers here? No, there's none at Maidstone West. There's no ticket barriers there at all. It's sort of an honour system, I suppose, that most people probably don't.
I was about to say, from what you've said about Maidstone West, does that work?
Well, it's one of those routes where, because most of the stations on the route, especially all the little ones, there's no barrier to entry. They're just completely open. So it is, you know, that's why there's guards.
Yeah, no, that makes sense now. Why it's not DOO, yeah.
That's why there's guards, and this route also sees a steady traffic of British Transport Police that just go along and check tickets and railway enforcement officers and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, you can access most stations without having to buy a ticket and walk through gates. But at Strood, Paddock, no, Strood and Tonbridge you do. That's it. And yeah, we'll see Strood Station building when we get back there, because we sort of left quite quickly amongst the call chaos.
Oh, someone said in chat, back when the semaphores were still in use here, kids wound up bending the starter at Maidstone Barracks by swinging on it.
Yeah, it was so short. It was shorter than the bridges tall. It was tiny, so you could literally walk straight up to it. There's probably photos of it somewhere. But that's the story of the Medway Valley in general. There wasn't a sign that isn't bent or, you know.
Wow. Apparently, it's not just you that dislikes Maidstone, James. Some pretty spicy things in chat. The best thing to ever come out of Maidstone is the A20. Wow. Best thing about Maidstone is passing through it. Yikes.
I don't know. I don't mind Maidstone so much, but there's a really nice Korean barbecue restaurant in Maidstone, so there is a reason to go there at least.
Yeah, that's it. that's this redeeming quality Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I could appreciate that. It's a good choice.
But at this time of day, when we go past Arlington sidings, there'll be nothing in there now. The evening train would have left. I think it's served twice a day, isn't it? Yeah. But the second train of the day's already left.
That was actually one of the questions we had in the chat, was how many freight services are there?
Yeah, so the specific breakdown, unless I've got it somewhere, I couldn't tell you. But I will try. I'm trying. There's 25 Class 66 services in total. I know that much.
Again, I like how you know that. I made the timetable, and I don't know that off the top of my head.
I have the benefit of writing the release article for tonight.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I haven't looked at the rate in about 4 months. So.
So, the Railhead Treatment Train has got the most because there's 3 Whiskey 75 and 3 Sierra 71. Those are 2 Railhead Treatment Train circuits that run along the Medway Valley. And because they run in multiple parts and they leave Tonbridge and come back later, that equates to about 9 services.
Yep.
There's 5 services using Cargo Line 1 Petroleum. So that's the aviation fuel trains that run between the Isle of Grain and Heathrow Airport. Those are very heavy trains. They're very
heavy.
Yeah.
We'll see one of those later.
Yeah.
Cargo Line 2 aggregate services, so that's the sort of stuff that would visit Allington sidings that we just passed. There's 7 services that use Cargo Line 2. There's also there's a service that goes southbound to Tonbridge West Yard with them as well. So that's that. And then there's 4 light engine Class 66 services as well. So there's 2 that go up to Slade Green and back for wheel turning. So, if it gets a wheel flat, he has to have their tyres turned, so that they go up to Slade Green for that. And there's another 2 between New Junction and Tonbridge West Yard. So yeah, in total 25 Class 66 services. So plenty to keep Harry happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a fair bit of variety as well. Is that the aviation fuel trains are heavy. Like,
yeah.
They're really hard to break into.
Yeah. There's one of those services that doesn't always go along the Medway Valley, but if the second anything goes wrong, they always divert them this way.
Yeah.
And a few weeks ago, they had Dartford shut for 9 days. So all of the aviation fuel services the entire week were going this way. So even if they wouldn't normally run during a weekday, they can run on a weekday. So it's, you can be in a morning commute on one of the 395 express services and just have, 24 wagons with loaded aviation fuel fly past you. It's like watching a missile go past. It's brilliant.
They're not stopping in time, that's for sure.
Whilst we're at Elsford, to look at the Indian takeaway.
Yeah, if you look at the front of the station building, Matt, the one facing the street, and zoom in on the side. Yeah.
Yes.
By that tandoori.
Also, actually, is this where the crossing is? The pedestrian crossing?
Yes.
Charlie?
Yeah. There's
Do you want to get out and show
here.
that, Matt? If I can remember where it is. Is it north or south? I always forget.
I believe. I think it's to the right as you exit the station.
The exit's near the. You've just gone past the exit, I think.
Yeah. It's yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And I believe those are the lights down there. You go here. Yeah. Now give it a minute. Those lights for the cars will eventually go red. And you'll be able to...
Oh, there we go.
And yes, we made this playable just so that you could walk across the crossing. Yeah, literally, that is why we made it playable up to here, so you could do that. Because again, it was like, why not?
It's the important details to capture.
It is. It's the little stuff like that makes it. To be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Working traffic lights in my train simulator. Life is complete.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that really does bring emphasis on the world part of Train Sim World, though, because
yeah.
I've seen people asking about timings again. So it is releasing tomorrow, so you haven't got long to wait, and it's releasing at 10 a.m. For Xbox and PlayStation. 4 p.m. for Epic and 5 p.m. for Steam.
And in fact, actually, on that, you can walk up all the way to that bridge there and walk across it, so you can get a good view of the DHL. So. This is where we're now starting to properly see the nightlight. So this area is so weird. Like you go from like super rural, and then it's like bam, super industry heavy, and then back to being rural.
And it's always been that way. I mean, before all these modern things went up, this was the site of Aylesford newsprint and paper mill. And I bet you're glad you didn't have to model that. Because they demolished it a few years ago, but it's a massive site. And around here, there's a mainline connection that's severed off. And there it is. And trains would power the paper mill by delivering coal every single day. It's, you know, so yeah, it was a very industrial site around here. I mean, even the road bridge that goes over the station, or just beyond the station, that used to be a level crossing until the 1990s. They built this road bridge so lorries could serve the industrial estate on the other side without constantly being held up by trains.
And again, you can walk up onto that bridge and across it if you want. You don't have to just use the pedestrian one. You can go up onto that road bridge as well.
I've walked out of here many times because I've got family in New Hive, and even just like the shaping of the side of the bridge with the angular supports and all that, it's just like the walls of it. It's just perfect. I think that's the thing. You've captured the soul of the route. You know, there's making a route, and then there's making a route. You know, and it's got that personality to it.
I will say it's grown on all of us. The more we worked on it, it does have a charm to it, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
And again, I do need to say as well, actually, it was thanks to James here that Tonbridge is as well modelled as it is, because we couldn't find good reference pictures, and James volunteered to go down the line for us, which I don't think James needs much poking to ride a 375 down the line, but he did go and get us some pictures, and got a very strange look from a driver, because he was taking a picture of a signal, I think, weren't you?
Yeah, I was saying, yeah.
That's my favourite picture. It's like, because he's the pictures of the signal, and then just in the bottom right corner, you can see the driver looking out the window of the 375, just like with his eyebrows raised, with a very concerned look. Like, who is this guy taking pictures of signals in the middle of the day?
But that's sort of my role in general, really, wasn't it? I'd be riding the route casually, spot a sign, take a picture of the sign, and be like, hey, there's this sign here.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes later, it was in the game. Well, not 5 minutes, but it was in the game.
I don't know. It's certainly within the day normally. So,
there's a DRA required question mark sign at Beltran. I just took a photo of it from a train. It's like, oh, this is here.
That got bugged as well, actually. That got bugged. I don't know if you saw that. There's one sign that's skeweth as well, like which is how it is in real life. That got bugged as well, and I was like, no, it is actually like that in real life. It's meant to be off kilter because that's just how it is. Oh no, got a low battery warning on your Razor.
I know. The low battery warning comes up about 5 hours before it actually dies, so we're all right.
That's what you want.
And welcome to Snodland.
Snodders.
No bias about the station and me whatsoever.
What is really cool, actually, Matt, if you want to go when you start, you go to third-person cam and look at the front of the station. It's got some really nice spotlights. It looks really nice at night.
I mean, until 2016, Snodden Station was like Aylesford. It was the bottom floor was a takeaway. The top floor had a taxi rank in it. The drivers, not the taxis. But because the Southeastern high-speed services stop here in the peak, this is the only station they stop at between Maester West and Strood. They reopened the ticket office in real life. They extended the car park, and it looks how it does now, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
What is, for each person, what is your favourite station on the route, would you say?
Well, for me, we're at it right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Snodden's my favourite.
No bias. I'd probably say Wateringbury, to be honest. It's nice to it's super scenic. It's nice to just sit there, to be honest. How about you, Charlie?
Yeah.
Wateringbury as well?
Yes.
Yeah. It is super scenic.
Yeah.
I can tell you which station our modeler hates, and that's Tonbridge. Just because it made his life hell for a couple of weeks doing that. That's not a fun station. From a 3D point of view, it's so complicated with loads of really weird random shapes and whatnot.
It's one of those stations where you measure it. It's like, okay, this is that long.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fit. Like,
No,
what?
it's like the elevator is really odd. It's like it's literally at an angle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the elevator on the right side platform. It's really odd. And then getting the bridge height right, getting the bridge width right, getting the clearance right. Absolute nightmare, to be honest.
I must have had a different person working on it every day in real life. It just, you know, there's no.
Yeah, it's mad.
There's no consistent architecture design to it at all.
And it's such a jump from the really pretty old station buildings on the valley. Like Snodland, Aylesford, Water and Bree all have really nice architecture.
So he shows the lift when we get to the last station going up and down. Yeah, what I think we should do when we get to Strood is use the lift to cross from platforms 2 and 3 to platform 1, and then we'll walk out the station building and look at the Strood sign on the front. That'd be a nice way to end off this service.
Yeah, good plan.
That bridge that you went under was a nightmare. I had to relay the track through there. I don't even know how many times because of how narrow it is.
Yeah, because the track splits ever so slightly to let the central pillar through. And it's,
absolute nightmare. I think it literally just doing that took me about a week. It felt like I was just like I'd make an edit, then we'd test it. I would think it was fine. Then one of the other guys would test it and be like, no, there's a slight bump. And I'd look at it, and the track would be like floating by like 1 centimeter, and that would be causing the jolt. And I'd be like, so then I'd have to delete it, I'd have to relay it again, which then I'd have to redo the signal table, and just that was a pain.
What would you say was the most difficult part of the route to build?
Yeah, that probably depends on which of us we speak to. As I say, the modeler would 100% say Tonbridge Station. What about for you, Charlie? What was the most difficult for you?
As in, like, just part of the route, or like in general for this whole project?
I'd say for the whole package for you. Yeah.
Yeah. In which case,
I would probably have to say
making the little bits of the GSMR work with the scenario.
Yeah. I was going to bring up scenarios are my biggest nightmare. Getting them to work, and then because the thing is as well, it does make you think. So it's like, right, this works fine if we do it this way. It's like, but what if a player does this? It's like, right, yeah, I need to have a fail-safe for that, because that won't work if they do that. And that was kind of, that's what QA taught us anyway. We've learned a lot. It'll be easier in the next one, because basically, because we're all long-term players, we've all been playing it for years, so we do a lot of things subconsciously. Whereas when QA test it, they go through it step by step and do exactly what it says and nothing else. So that's how we find out that we were doing things that, like, subconsciously without thinking about it, but it wasn't technically telling you to do that. If you didn't do that, it wouldn't work. So I was like, right, okay, I need to adjust that to specifically tell you to do this. So yeah, that scenario is for me.
We've got someone asking, can you hop between Tonbridge and Redhill?
I don't think so. Don't think we put one in.
No, I don't think we have road group hop on Tonbridge.
We could look into that. I don't think they're hard to add from our end.
No, route hops are easy.
Yeah, so we can probably get that in for a patch. Make a note of that now. That one literally just slipped my mind. I hadn't thought about that. That's a good point. Red Hill. Fast travel. So yeah, there's been quite a few people asking, I think, in chat about optimization and what we've done. Basically, a lot of it comes down to texture memory. That's generally what causes blurry textures, isn't it, Matt, if I'm right?
Yep.
Yeah, so basically anything that we can do to optimize that, really. Like a lot of textures, it's like, right, you know, like this bridge is a great example, actually. That was a bit of a nightmare because it's rusty, so it needs to look good. That conflicts with having it be a low enough res, because then it'll end up looking blurry or blocky. So that one is an asset that we had to think, right, this probably needs to be, you know, 2K. We can't get away with lowering that because it'll lower its fidelity. But then other things, like some of the station buildings, like, well, we can drop the texture resolution on that down from maybe, you know, 2K to 1K. And there's not any visual difference, but it, you know, it more than halves the memory imprint. And even more so with things like normal maps and ambient occlusion maps and all that kind of stuff. They can be reduced even more. Whereas a lot of stuff generally they're just using 2K for everything. We might have used 2K for the color, which is the most of the detail. The normal map might be 1K, and then the ambient might be 512. So that saved a lot of memory, and visually there isn't really any difference. And we went through all the CES trains as well. We did that, optimized the textures as best as we could, and it saved a lot. You know,
yeah, I think
multiple gigabytes of memory.
You were going through it, and I think you said that the trains looked like they were taking up about 500 meg less in memory. And then I asked you to go and have a look at the Class 700 driver, didn't you? And the Class 700 driver is using all 4K textures everywhere.
Yeah.
Which was a huge waste of memory.
Yeah. So the just the driver model for the Class 700, nothing to do with the train, just the driver's model, his uniform. Yeah, it was 4K color map, 4K normal map, 4K ambient occlusion map. Even had a 4K mask, and if anyone knows anything about textures, you know, you don't need a mask, can be absolutely minuscule. So we literally, I think we reduced the memory imprint of just the driver with something but like ridiculous, but like 90%. And just doing that has saved, yeah, literally probably about 400, 500 megabytes of memory just on the Class 700. So yeah, it's basically just going through asset by asset, evaluating what needs to be detailed and then what doesn't need to be detailed. And it's striking the balance to get the visuals without completely ruining performance, which I think we've done a good job with, because it does run well on everything we've tested it on. Everything, you know, beta testers have been happy with it, QA have been happy with it.
Yeah, I don't think beta team has reported any blurries, have they?
No. We haven't had a single report from anything from blurry, and you know that's beta testers on Xbox Series S as well. So there's nothing on Steam Deck, because I've tested that myself. There's no blurry textures on that whatsoever. So.
And I have heard positive feedback on Southeastern. So, you know, for those of you who are playing Southeastern, it would be really good if you can, when you got the patch, to let us know how you find the improvements on Southeastern. Now, we haven't done the texture improvements on the route yet, only on the trains. Yep. So, but even so, that's still a fair chunk of memory. So, yeah, take a look at the Southeastern experience as well, and just let us know whether confirm that you're finding that as an improvement or not. But like I said, we still have more room to wiggle, and we haven't even started looking at the core changes for texturing yet. So we've still got 2 more waves of improvements we can look at generally. So
I was going to say really quick, Matt, can you hop into the cab just to show, because we've got so if you look at the buttons, we've added ambient lighting around all the dials and buttons and whatnot, just to make it a bit cozier at night.
That's brilliant.
But yeah, no, from day one, they are conflicting goals, because we wanted extremely detailed but also really good performance. So that has been probably the hardest aspect, actually, is balancing that, because to have the detail, obviously, means you have to sacrifice in other areas, and I think we've done it in places where it could be, and we've used that budget in areas where it matters, where people are actually going to see it, you know.
From what I'm seeing, from what I've seen when I've been looking at the route, I don't think you'd ever notice the areas the detail's been dropped, and you certainly appreciate the areas where it's been added. So I think that you have the team's found a really nice balance.
I noticed someone asked how how much is the route going to be. So it's £29.99, €35.99, $39.99.
This is Strood. This train terminates here. All change. Please ensure
Time to have a bit of a walk around Strood.
belongings with you when leaving.
Yeah.
Wait for the scenario to finish, I guess, first, so we can close that off. I've got to put it back in.
Yeah, because Strood. Like,
How have you got doors on both sides open, Matt?
Oh, it's because I'm clever.
So
Also, one thing to point out on the TMS, which is Charlie's added in, if you get a stuck door fault, the door will be highlighted yellow on that TMS screen, so you know which one it is.
Nice. So yeah, so Strood has been updated quite a lot compared to its original Southeastern high-speed version.
So that the bridge is completely new there.
Yeah, I think before it was literally just the one from Gravesend sort of put here, but now it's
Yeah.
now it's the actual one that's supposed to be here.
Doors opening.
It's quite a nice spot
Going down.
to train spot during the day. We can actually see out because you've got the Medway Valley Line looking down, the Chatham main line going across, and the curve between the two. So it's quite a nice place to train spot from up here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, it definitely looks good.
Doors opening. Lift going down. Doors closing.
Passengers using elevators when, Matt?
Lift going up.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about how much of a nightmare that would be.
Can we get passengers
yeah.
using the platform working first?
Yeah, literally, yeah. Can we get them using the platform?
Yeah.
Yeah, so those work. There's a little bit of a traffic jam, but those gates work now. So they
yeah.
beep. They work for the player as well. If you walk up, they'll open and you can go through.
Oh, look at that, that's brilliant.
And then step out a little bit and look back. There's the Strood sign, which is above the door. I mean, this station building was only built in 2018, I believe. There used to be an old class style sort of like prefab building here. It wasn't really fit for purpose. And then they built this new one. It looks sort of like a smaller version of Rochester, I guess.
Was it one of those
it's much
prefab
better.
buildings that was meant to be there for 5 years and ended up being there for 30?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like the one? Is it like the 142s, the bases? Like, yeah, we'll just use them in Interium. Yeah, they won't be there long. Yeah. 4 years later, it's like okay, that went well.
I really love that, by the way, those ticket barriers.
Yeah. That was another one of Charlie went away for 2 days and came back and was like, look what I've done.
So those working barriers are also at Tonbridge because that's the only other place that barriers are along the road.
Yeah.
Although,
There's some on the CML as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been swapped over there as well,
Yeah.
these ones.
Also new here and on all the Medway stations is the Medway signage on the station signs. That's language. If we can find one over, if we can find one somewhere, if we can see it, there you go. So it's got the Medway signage on it that's local to this area. So only Strood, Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham, and Rainham have this style of sign, and it's been added in here.
See, I had to get this explained to me by James because I was like, what? These are on the Medway, but apparently it's not the river, it's the region, was it?
Yes, the is it unitary area, whatever you want to call it, wants to be a city but isn't Medway.
Because that was giving me a headache when I was like, what? I was like, Rainham's not on the Medway River, what? But there's no Medway signs on the Medway River stations, what?
Medway, the Medway, and the Medway Valley, three completely different things.
Amazing. That makes so much sense.
Cool. Right. What are we doing next?
So we're doing the Class 700 next, Gravesend to Tonbridge.
Excellent. Candice, you asked about the controller. I'm using TS Controllers PBC Pro, which isn't out yet, but it should be out soon. Keep an eye on tscontrollers.com website. They post little updates. They've also got updates on all their social media and so forth. So you can register your interest, I think, on there as well.
It's
Journeys. Oh, it's not Journey. This one, is it?
No, it's 5Q01.
This is the one with the... Yeah, so on this one, Matt, this does have weather, so you want to go on custom. That one. So 700... No, sorry, yeah, you were right, yeah. Timetable.
Are you watching
I've
YouTube
got
or are
the-
you watching Teams?
That's a good point. Yeah,
I've got it.
yeah there you go, yeah, no, I was watching YouTube, there we go, that's me all the time.
Right. I've got it here.
So...
January 5th.
February 5th,
Yeah,
January 5th.
January 5th.
Clear. And the fog slider under the O of custom. That couldn't be more specific if it tried.
yeah. I think it's slightly off because of the resolution, I think. But you're looking at maybe, let's see... What's that? Maybe like 15% fog? A little bit more, I think? Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Oh, the
That's
O
it,
of
yeah.
custom, right. There's two
Oh,
customs.
yeah, there you go, yeah.
There are two
yeah, no,
customs,
I
so-
literally did the same thing as well. I thought it was the top custom, yeah, no, it's the bottom custom, yeah. There you go, you're good.
Right, good. Is that everything we
Right.
want?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yes, that was how, we literally have a screenshot. That's how specific the weather setup on that one was.
Right, I can take out the block. Got to remember it's mode 3 for... Because there's different modes on the controller. Good, that will put me in the right mode for the Desiro. Excellent.
You can stay in first person on this one because you've got a big window.
We could also get a brief look as well of just updated Gravesend as in general.
Yeah.
All the scenery around the station here has been updated to sort of better reflect what's actually there.
DPWS and AWS operations.
And you don't need to stop on this one. This is a straight through run, so you can give it
Okay.
welly.
I'm trying to remember where the headlights are. Where are the headlights on this thing? It's DMI. Cab lighting. Headlights.
That's what they are. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, do you want to go third person and show the station?
Yeah.
Well, around it.
Be a little bit hard to see it all in the dark, but you know,
Yeah.
the general premise is the fact that outside the station and all that sort of area has been updated. So there's a bus stop outside the station building now, and on the bit further up the road, turn do a 180. There's the buses there and stuff, which all wasn't there before. Generally, just a nice uplift for the entire area, really. You know, this isn't just the bit from Southeastern High Speed; it's the bit from Southeastern High Speed, plus a lot of extra effort to make it match the Medway Valley itself.
Stuff like baking and whatnot, we've edited and redone for the tunnels, etc. And got all the RLU markers and FLU markers are in and whatnot. I just had a 375 driver message me saying the 700 window is too big. Nobody needs a window that big.
Then would it be worth driving on dipped beam rather than main beam? Just
you
on the
probably-
headlights, so we can see a bit more. Because it's foggy, main beam sort of like a bit blinding. But it's this will be a nice way to show what the route looks like properly at night. That's the general premise of this.
And you should see as well. Depending on, yeah, there you go. Our signals actually cast lights as well. So, especially in the fog, you'll see the light cones on them, and if you're taking screenshots or whatnot, the signal lights will cast their light onto your train as it goes past and all that kind of stuff. Just makes it a bit more atmospheric.
Yeah.
yeah, the night lighting on the entire CML section has been redone. There's the dreaded TSR.
I had one my first run of this route. I just got out of Paddock Wood. I'm like, yes, up to 100, and it cut the journey. It cut it in half. I was just like, really?
Come on.
The worst one I've ever had in real life. There was a report of a track fault between Horling and Snodland. So they put a temporary speed restriction there of 5. And I was on a class 395, so 6 coaches of train going past at 5 miles an hour. It took.
Just walk at that point, literally.
Yeah.
Just let me off. I'll walk.
Yeah.
Please.
I mean, there's a couple of bits on the route where I think it's between Horling and Cuxton, where you can see like corrugated metal against the side of the track, and that's where embankments have had landslips in the past few years. So that's another nice detail of the route, is the fact that it shows where it's been sort of tried to keep it running over the past few years. Because all of those in real life had temporary speed restrictions as well, which made me late almost every day. But I love how the lighting works here now. Like the work that's been done is just, it's so atmospheric.
It is very much.
You know, one of the main goals that they wanted to do was make it so you want to drive at night.
Yeah.
As much as you drive during the day.
I honestly, like, without mods and whatnot, on most routes I just wouldn't drive at night because you can't see anything, and so it was like, right, we need to do this, and everybody that's used Jetwatch's lighting mods on PC would be used to what he does with night lighting, so console users can experience that now, because yeah, it's basically don't expect a lighting mod from us for this route, basically, because we've already done it as part of core.
Oh, we're going past where?
Junction.
Who goes there?
Who goes there? Yeah.
Actually, when I'm travelling into the office, I'm always looking out there, because I'm like, oh, is there any class 66s?
There's usually a few lying about.
Yeah.
I saw the rail freight distribution grey one there the other day. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not like Hugh Junctions. There are some static wagons there, and there are services that go to and from there. But there is also a space as well where if you want to just spawn a train down in some of the empty sidings and just drive your own engineer's train all the way down to Tonbridge, you can do. You know, that we haven't completely filled it in, so there is space you can.
There's plenty to play with.
Yeah.
And again, the wagons are in their own separate layer, so if you're conscious of performance on any platform, you shouldn't. It runs fine with them on console, but if you're on PC, you're conscious about performance, you can disable the layer, and it'll only disable the static wagons, so you won't lose any gameplay. Because people would be surprised at how much, like, everyone's like, oh, can you fill the yards with static wagons? That will murder performance, because they are very detailed models. And you slap down like 150 freight wagons, you're gonna get single-digit FPS.
Well, we're in Higham Tunnel now, so it's all gone really dark. I've told the story of these tunnels so many times, but guess what? I'm going to do it again. These tunnels were originally dug as canal tunnels, so there was the Thames and Medway Canal was built to literally just cut a direct line between the two rivers, because going around the Hoop Peninsula took forever. There's the hole in the middle. We'll get to that in a second. So they originally had canal boats going through here, but it wasn't all that successful. So when the railway came along, they were like, can we use it? I was like, sure. So what they did was they used the walkway on the side to build a single track. So it was half canal, half railway. And they blasted that hole in the middle so canal boats could pass each other. That's why there's a hole there. And then eventually, when the canal completely closed up, they filled in the canal to match the height of the track, and then double tracked it all the way through. So that's the history. And if you've watched me talk about it before, tough. So yeah, driving through this tunnel at 20 miles an hour. Yes, because this was a canal tunnel from the early 1800s. It originally wasn't even lined. It wasn't lined at all. It was just bare tunnel. And that would mean there was a lot of leaks, risks of cave-ins and all that lot. So for most of the late 1990s into the early 2000s, the speed limit through this tunnel was 20 miles an hour. It took 10 minutes to get from Strood to Rainham. It was interesting, but then they closed it between either 2003, 2004, 2004, 2005. They closed it for exactly 1 year, lined the tunnel, built proper brick entrances on each side, and now it's 70 all the way through. Apart from here, because if you went 17 to Strood, you wouldn't
make it round the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the other 15 that catches me every single time. It's like, oh, it's 15. Slam on the brakes. Max brake quick.
I must admit, I feel for, because there's all these houses that are right next to the tunnel entrance.
Yeah, the flange squeal must be something else.
Exactly, and I sit there and think to myself, oh, is it a bit early in the morning for, that.
Sounds awesome to me. I'd happily live next to the railway.
Good alarm clock.
Yes, it would be a good alarm clock, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point, yeah.
Not if you were working a night shift.
No.
Then you're hating life.
Yeah.
Unless you're driving this service at night, of course, and then you're loving life.
Does this route have guard mode? It does, yes. And it's a very enjoyable experience on guard mode. I'd actually say it's perfect for it.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, the stations are just the right distance apart for you to complete all your guard duties before the next station. It is interesting in the 4-car one though, because if you do guard mode on the 375-6, you've got a lot of tickets to check between like Strood and Cuxton. That's frantically running up and down the train, but it's still good fun.
Pray you didn't get many people going on at barracks when you head into Maidstone West.
Yeah.
A question for you, Charlie and Adam. Have you got a favourite locomotive or unit?
Does it have to only be from Medway, or is it just general?
Just general.
So mine will be the Class 37 every time. Love me a Class 37.
Mine will be the Class 377, because that's been my local train throughout my whole childhood.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're southern adjacent with this, so it's close to Charlie's. I'm used to TF4W. And before them, Arriva, and they were useless.
So what year is the route based? Loosely 2025, essentially.
With some rail tours that are from different time periods.
Yeah, because rail tours are fun.
Yeah. Well, fun to play, they're not fun to put into a timetable. They're an absolute nightmare to put into a timetable.
And that's the interesting thing with this route as well. We haven't even talked about how the signalling is set up, in that most of the Medway Valley is 2-aspect signalling, and the signal blocks are really far apart. So you might think it quite easy just to stick another service in, but you'll find yourself, stuck at Aylesford for like 10 minutes because the train in front of you is still in the signal block that goes all the way to Maidstone. So if you overfill a route like this, you just clog it up. But that's your fun. Do it in free roam. Mess it up as much as you like. One thing I think we should do, as we're running along the route non-stop, is get a nice station fly past if we go really far ahead, and just get a nice fly past of a train going through a station at some point along here.
Well, trains will have guard mode, so both 375s and the 465 technically works if you sub it in. So wow, the YouTube bitrate really doesn't like night time, does it?
It's a bit of an uphill struggle. It's fine.
One of the reasons I rarely stream at night, just because it looks so much better on your local screen than it does on the stream.
I would say if anyone is watching it on YouTube, you might be better off swapping to Twitch, because it's a higher bitrate there. Usually, you'll be able to see more of it without the weird bitrate artifacts.
It's really weird because it should be about the same, but I think it's actually more that they use different compression. I think, so you'll find that the same bitrate maybe looks better at on one than the other.
Yeah.
What I like about Twitch personally is, which I can't do because we're using Restream to put it on both, but when I stream personally directly to YouTube, I can stream at like 20,000 bitrate, whereas Twitch is kind of limited to about 6,000. I keep threatening to try a 4K 60 FPS stream.
Do it.
Because the game's running at 4K, it's just being downsampled by the capture card. But I can't do that through Restream, because Restream can't cope.
Overwhelms it.
But yeah, well, not only that, it has to go to Twitch, and Restream doesn't do transcoding, so whatever you put in, it tees out to both places. So it would fail horribly.
Yes, the Class 700 has suspension now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure
And the
does.
465, and the 395, and the 3759.
Yep.
And I think the SAS 66 as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the railhead one, railhead treatment train one as well.
Yeah, so basically everything now has suspension on SAS, so. Which I personally love. I still think it's probably the most immersive feature that's been added to DSW. It adds a lot.
Oh, I agree. That and announcements are probably two of my favourite features.
Oh, that's a good point. If you skip, next time you're doing a passenger service, I'm not sure if we are doing another 375 right now. So if you're sat at a station and there's a service going through, it'll say on the announcement the service is not stopping at this station. If you're standing on the platform, which is nice.
Yeah, if you fly far enough ahead in enough time with this service, you'll probably hear it. I think at Cuxton we got there before it played, or after it played. It's just a case of racing. I stand on the platform it's passing so we can hear it from those speakers. See if we get it in time. Don't know if we got it in time.
Yeah, probably not there.
Might have to zoom even further.
Race to New Hive.
If you can find it in the dark.
Yeah, I can't see what I'm doing.
Maybe what we can do is, if we get a spare 5 minutes in however long this takes, is just spawn at a station, like on foot when we know a train's going to go past fast, and then we hear it that way. Or you'll hear it tomorrow when you buy it. Yeah.
Oh, that was fun to add, wasn't it, Charlie?
Yeah.
This route contained trains to Charing crossed over in Tonbridge as AI. Yeah, so at Tonbridge, all the southeastern AI is there as well. The Hastings line uses 375s. They go all the way down to Hastings, and the Tunbridge Wells services use the 465. So yeah, and of course the trains that go to Dover and Ramsgate, they're the ones that are playable between Paddock and Tonbridge, and then you can watch them snake off in around the curve towards London when you let them go.
And generally, so when I was making the timetable for any of the kind of the mainline traffic, I've used our 3756, or the 3 as the base, and then I've set it up so that the AI subs in 100% of the time if you have CES. So you don't really lose much traffic if you only have Medway Valley. But then if you want it more accurate, you need CES, and then the AI, the proper trains that they should be, will overwrite and they'll layer in as it's said. Because yeah, I didn't want to lock any of the traffic or the gameplay behind owning DLCs if I could avoid it, and that way, you know, everyone wins as far as I'm concerned by doing it this way.
Did we get there in time to hear it that time? Or...
Nope.
Okay.
You might have to catch a 395 in the daytime.
Still looks brilliant. It's passing through the station though. Didn't mention it before, but this is Alresford Village level crossing. There is a on-foot spawn point that you can fast travel to at Alresford Village and have a little walk around, which is quite nice. I think you can walk all the way right down to the river bank there as well.
Yep. Someone asked, have you thought about extending down to Hastings? That wouldn't be an extension, that would be a completely different route.
Yeah.
Like, that's like going, have you considered extending it to London? Like, it's not Medway Valley then at that point.
It'd be a very good route, but I've run out of my 3 wishes.
Yeah, we've used them all on this. Oh, actually, I guess technically the next thing we're doing might be a wish as well, isn't it? Does that count? Or is that, or is that a freebie? I'm not sure.
If James is holding you hostage, blink twice.
I can blink as much as you want. It's like, help, send help, please, please. He hasn't let us leave our houses for 12 months. Please help.
Everyone loves my route ideas. Everyone.
We need this out so we can all sleep again. I think you did say though, James, that this is the first timetable where all your requests got added, didn't you?
Believe so.
Yeah.
Believe so.
For everyone wondering, for rail tours, I got a 2-page PDF sent to me from James with like all the different suggestions, all the formations when they've run.
Yeah, I once spent, and this was before this was a project. But this was years ago. I once spent about 2 months of my spare time researching every single rail tour that has ever run on the Medway Valley Line. Somewhere I've got a big old list of everything from all the way from like the 1950s right up to today.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
fun.
At least you know. Did you go into the detail of every single coach number or something like that?
No, because sometimes you don't have that info. I didn't want to be inconsistent. I kept it so all the info I knew I had for every service.
Right.
Because some of the old stuff, that info just wasn't available. But I was trying to find out how often Steam used this route, because there was a massive gap between 2001 and 2022, there was no Steam servers and Steam rail tours on this route at all.
Oh wow! Really?
Yeah, it's a 20-year gap of no Steam, and then 2022, 2023 had one back to back. So that's why there's one in, because it's happened recently. But
Yeah.
the last Steam train to run before that was they had they have Braunton shuttling back and forth between Tonbridge and Paddock Wood. No, Tonbridge and Maidstone West. And the year before that, they had a 4MT doing it in 2000.
Which 4MT was it?
80098, I think.
I love it. Again, you know that.
And what it did was it would run regular services in between Tonbridge and Maidstone West, get back to Tonbridge, go into the West Yard, they'd take the 4MT off, put a 33 on, and the 33 would do it, and then take that off and put the 4MT back on. So, it's not in the timetable, but if you decide to spawn in a 33, something like a 4F and some coaches, and just have some fun shuttling up and down the southern half of the line,
I will say, if anyone
that signal
wants
box
Rail
looked
Tour,
stunning going past it. That was amazing.
right?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh yeah, go on, we'll put the interiors in. Ed again, our modeler Eddie did an amazing job on them.
Yeah.
They look really nice.
did.
And then again, that was right. How detailed do we want the interiors to be from a
We've
performance
started
perspective?
down the
It's
rabbit
like-
hole. How far do we go?
Yeah, that was it. It was like, well, we could model every
And
lever
then
in
we
like
should make it
exquisite
all
detail.
animated, and then we should make it all the linkage work. And
Yeah.
then stop.
Yeah, legit, it's like that. Please stop. Please make it stop.
And you hear the signal. You see the signal wires.
Yeah.
When you pull the signal wires and things like that. Yeah.
Scope creep is an endless rabbit hole. Endless
Yeah.
rabbit hole. It's
Yeah.
funny as well now. Like, I'll suggest something to Charlie, but Charlie, do you find any other? I'll just be like, I'll get it. No. Like, no, we're not doing any scope creep on that. I'm like, all right, fair enough.
Matt's favourite word, no.
Yeah.
It's my favourite word. I am Mr. No. Or Professor No, I guess, but
Professor, no, yeah.
So someone said that the distance counter isn't working. It is, but the way that the distance counter works into
It says the crow flies.
It says the crow flies.
Yeah.
And because we're weaving around a lot.
Meandering, following a river. It's that's
not
quite a
good.
lot.
Did you miss the?
I didn't get there quite fast enough.
Yeah, there we are.
Did you just get AWS?
I got AWS.
Fun fact: on the 700, AWS goes off about 2 seconds shorter than every other train.
I'll blame it on that, Matt. There we go. Muscle memory.
I'm pretty sure it's such a short distance because these things go through the Thameslink core, so you got to be pretty quick on your mark.
Trying to remember how you reset it now.
That's a good point. I've got no idea.
You have to wait 1 minute for the for the screen to tell you can release the brakes. I can't remember what it'll pop up with, but you do have to wait. I think it's a minute, and then it'll let you go about your day. You could probably just turn it off and on again, but
You try turning it on and off again.
Classic troubleshooting step.
Yeah, there you go.
There you
Press
go.
brake release. There you go.
and you should be okay now.
Okay.
It wouldn't be a stream without massive audio technical difficulties and an emergency brake. So we're all good now. We can all go home.
Yeah.
How hard would it be to have the telephone cords in the cab swing move accordingly? So, Lucas did actually try this on one of the expert packs. He wanted the curtains to swing, and he tried it. And yes, you can make the curtain swing using the cloth physics in Unreal. The problem is, every time you have one of these World Origin rebase things, which is the cause of the hitching, the curtains
they reset,
the curtains have to move, and they don't move instantly. They move over a few frames, so they flap horrendously every time there's a word. It looks ridiculous, and so there's not really a way of fixing that, unfortunately. So because that would be cool, things like the F7 having the horn, horn
chords
ropes
and
swinging around and all sorts of things. But no, with the way the World Origin rebasing works, which is a technical requirement of having these huge routes. and I mean huge in Unreal terms, not necessarily real world terms, this is a huge route as far as Unreal is concerned, then it's yeah, you kind of need that, unfortunately, to make it all work. I mean, you could go to the level of pre-animating and playing all of the right animations, but oh my word, that would be so complicated.
It's a lot of work.
And the chances of it swinging right when it should be swinging left, because it's supposed to have been, you know, you had a shake in the cab, it would look so unnatural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you will pick up on that a lot more than you'll pick up on it not moving at all.
Yeah, very much so. Stick out.
You'll subconsciously pick up. You'll just be like, that's wrong. You won't, you know, you might not know why, but your brain will pick up. That's not right.
Yeah, it's like if you can't do it with physics, then you just shouldn't.
Yeah.
Someone said, can you exit any station on the route? And I think, generally speaking,
most of them, yeah.
You can at least walk out of the main door entrance.
You can usually go to the car parks and go around them, that kind of thing.
I mean,
and there's places that you can walk further as well. Like there's 2 beaches along the river you can walk up to.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can walk up to the pub even if you can't go in it. There's various bridges and stuff you can walk up to and cross. There's a memorial as well that you can walk up to.
Yeah.
So we're fairly lax on where you can walk. Really, there's no reason to keep people penned in a lot of the time.
No.
And some of the collectibles you will have to go to the river. Did see someone asking, I haven't said what they are. So we've got fire extinguishers, defibrillators, route maps, and then we've got our 2 unique ones, which are post boxes and life rings. Life rings, obviously, you need to go up to the river for quite a lot of them. So.
Something for you both, Adam and Charlie. What was your most favourite thing to sort of make and build on the route? Like, what was the most fun thing that you thought, actually, I really enjoyed building that. I really enjoyed putting that into the route.
You want to go first, Charlie?
Yeah, sure. So, for me personally, I definitely think the GSMR was my favourite thing to put in, the fully simulated GSMR on the 375s.
Brilliant.
Mine weirdly would actually be the signaling. I was dreading doing the signaling to begin with because I haven't done it before, and I was like, it seems really complicated, but actually it's quite fun to do. It's very rewarding when it works.
It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Because
it does. It's the same.
The whole
I think it's the same
system
reason I enjoy timetable making. Is it's just very logical and it's very satisfying.
And the whole
when
signaling
you get
system
it to work.
is fundamentally based on the way signaling is done in real life. So with routing tables and so forth. So it's kind of you know, you can go to quite an extreme level of detail with the signals.
The real fun part is trying to find them. We spent quite a lot of time in the early days. Like, well, we can see it here, but we look from here, we can't see it.
So, so a lot of it. So you've got cab ride videos when you can get them, which is being quite difficult for this because, as James has pointed out, it's been re-signaled, relatively speaking, quite recently. So you can't use anything. You know, anything that's older than that is completely useless because they've moved places, you know, and all that. So we've got a very limited window of cab rides that we can use, and then so you have to use Google Maps to find out a lot where they are physically, you know, as you're looking for like the shadow or wherever it is, and as it turns out, the Google Maps data for this region is like 12 pixels or something. So you're zooming in and I'm like, right, this 5 pixel black square looks kind of like a signal, and then you're trying to find pictures or cab ride videos to back it up. Absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
And actually, a question from that, as you said, Adam, you had to learn to do the signalling. Was, you know, what sort of things did you have to learn to bring into the route that you hadn't done before?
Well, yeah, the whole system, signaling system, really. So I started off watching the TSW editor video that Luke's did on track laying and signal. That is a really good intro. So what you can do in the public editor pretty much translates one-to-one to what you do The editor that we work on is slightly different, but it's basically the same at the end of the day. So that transferred. And yeah, it's just kind of how they work. It's placing that. It's very logical, as Matt said. So it's you place them in order. They do their blocks. They auto calculate what's next, and you set them up. You know, you pick whether it's a repeater. You pick how many lights it is. You know, is it a 2-color light? Is it an LED? You know, and that dictates how it works from a system level. You give it its number, and then you link them together using a script, basically. And then that kind of gives the signal all the basically how it works. You put a signal down, you press a button, and it calculates every path that physically a train could go from there to the next signal. Mm-hmm. Now, not all of those signals in real life will be used like that. So then you go through the routing table, and you know, right, that path, that isn't a valid path, so you untick it, and you do that for every signal, basically, and that's how it works. So.
And then you can go in and set different properties on each of the paths that you want to keep. So approach limits, speed limits after the signal. You can set up whether they've got like call-ons.
It's how you set up, which you'll see on like theatre boxes, the letters and whatnot. Mm-hmm. You literally type the letter in. That took a lot of research because you can't just really find that. So we had to ask the driver for quite a few of the theatre indicators because they don't tell you. Well, they are, and they're not always logical. Sometimes they're logical. You know, like if you go into a station, quite often they'll be like 1 for platform 1, but then sometimes it'll be something different if it's a different path and whatnot. And you know, they're not generally in signal diagrams. And if you don't catch a cab ride at the exact right second at the right resolution, you're not going to be able to read it yourself either.
Yeah.
So so we relied a lot on driver knowledge for the signals, for the theatre box letters. Steve Bescott, he's the one that assigned all the models, and he went through meticulously, one by one for each signal to try and find the most accurate model. So they are generally very accurate to how they are in real life. That took a long time. I think that took him longer than it took me to actually get the signals working.
Yeah, same when our team does them. They go around finding many reference for each photograph, for each signal, and then a set, because signalling's work is made up of component parts, so like a bit of a post or a ladder or a different types of head, and then
it's a really nice system actually. I was quite surprised.
Yeah, and you just then construct it all together and snap it all together in the tool, and there's all sorts of things you can do with it. So. But it means that you can have loads of custom models, and it doesn't cost a fortune in performance.
You've just got to swap out like one specific part of it. The rest is standard. It's basically like super bright, really fun Lego sets, building them kind of thing.
Yeah, Charlie, was there anything you had to learn to build the route?
I pretty much just learned as I went along. So I
think that's been the case with a lot of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Charlie especially, because Charlie's dived into the really complicated stuff. So trains, any kind of like, so basically all the new features and the trains are all Charlie's kids, basically. So if any time, the guard mode, the camera, that's Charlie implementing it. The GSMR, the toilet functionality, that was Charlie. Quite an interesting resume that'll be. He'd be like, "Oh, what did you do, Charlie? Oh, I made a toilet. A working toilet in a train simulator. That's going to get you some looks." Any kind of like
applause,
gameplay
I
feature.
think, from the looks of
it. There's been a lot of trial and error. I'd like to think that our next one should be a lot easier. We've learned the pitfalls, what to do, what to not do. I definitely, for people that want to get into it and are thinking about it, you have to be relatively self-reliant. You're not going to get spoon-fed. It's not going to be handed to you on a plate. And a lot of quite a lot of it is standard stuff. So like if you're dealing with models and textures, it's standard Unreal. So you can find plenty of documentation on that, from any kind of Unreal thing like that. But stuff like Simigraph, timetables, signaling, it's all bespoke, so you'll need to do trial and error. So what I would say like we've done, don't for your first project, don't pick anything that's too big.
Absolutely.
Simple is better, you know. Like, do something small, get it finished to the finish line, get it under your belt so you know what you're doing, and then you can evaluate for a bigger thing. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna do, you know, Edinburgh to Newcastle or something, because chances are you'll probably burn out, or it'll take you like 6 years to do. Yeah, it's very much a case of start small, build up your experience on what you want to do, learn the pitfalls, and then it'll be a lot easier.
Well, there's a lot of things that you can do to iteratively build your skills. So, for example, if the first thing you do is make a wagon, you learn an awful lot of skills you can then reuse later on to make a train, and then you could make sort of like make a loco, a bit like as Alan was saying on the stream on Monday. They made the 90 because then they don't have to worry about learning how you set up passenger stuff yet.
Yeah,
and then having done that, you then move over to like a multiple unit where you've got multiple unit working, you've got passenger stuff to set up, and you iterate it one over the top.
Just build it up, yeah. Like, don't be afraid to try stuff, but don't dive straight in the deep end, because, you know, for every one person that succeeds at doing that, because, you know, some people will be able to do it because that's just how, you know, how they work. Majority of people will get burnt out or overwhelmed.
Yeah. The number one thing that I see with you know, historically, even all the way back to Microsoft Train Sim days, the number one reason projects fail is because people set expectations that they would never be able to achieve, and they don't realise that, and then they get to a point where they've laid 600 miles of track, and then after putting the scenery down for 2 miles, they realised how many years of scenery laying they've got ahead of them, and it kind of like they just go no.
Yeah. I did see someone ask if we're always going to do smaller routes. No. I wouldn't say on any, you know, we don't have restrictions in that respect, you know. We'll make what we're interested in, obviously with the caveat that the longer the route is, the longer it'll take to make, because we don't really want to compromise on detail. This is kind of, Medway is the standard that we want all of our stuff to be going forward. So that does lend itself more to, I think as a team, we are more suited, I would say, to doing like scenic routes. So I wouldn't say necessarily you're going to see like, you know, London like super busy commuter stuff from us. I wouldn't say that we wouldn't, but it's less likely. I would say it's more likely to be. We don't have specific regions we're focused on either, so, you know, we will be all over, shall we say? Because we are all over. That's the thing. We're literally all over the UK. So we all have our different areas that we would love to do. So. I'm also very excited to see what other crazy contraptions Charlie comes up with, to be perfectly honest.
That'd be good fun.
Like, I'm not even sure Charlie knows what he'll be doing.
No.
Yeah. No, you just stumble across stuff and like, oh, I'll do that.
Yep.
We have got, which hopefully should come in a post-release patch, there's at least 2 more things, surprises, that we can hopefully get added in.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Assuming they pass testing.
Why are we running Bang Road all the way?
That's exactly what I was going to ask. Is we are wrong roading all the way to Tonbridge.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if it's intentional or not.
It is intentional, yeah, on this one, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, so originally it set it up as a originally it was a routing error, and then I was like, well, actually, there's no other trains running anyway, so you're not blocking anything. So I was like, actually, it again makes for a further kind of different experience because you're already doing an ECS run.
And it's time for a fun fact moment, I think.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So, this section of the Southeastern Main Line is in fact bi-directional. All the signalling can support it. As you can see, our speed limit is 70, not 100, because we are wrong roading. But the reason all of this is bi-directional was because this used to be the Eurostar route back in the sort of late 90s, 2000s. And they made it all bi-directional because Eurostars on third rail are quite slow, and it lets other trains pass them, basically.
Yeah.
So that's why they bi-directional that's why I can go this way. There you go. I'm too tired to form a sentence anymore. But you can't. But this section is entirely bi-directional, and it has been for a long time.
And you'll see, the signals are set up to allow that. So you can't free roam this as well, the route. So the signals do work in both directions.
That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? Going down here, and you're in a Eurostar, and you're thinking, "Oh, I'm on a high-speed train. Look at this, you know."
Trundling along.
You lot are
Yeah,
saying things that are
Electrostar.
going to get the chat super excited. Everyone, it's a class 37/3. Stop getting excited.
Matt, we don't have that subclass in game. Don't get them excited about that either.
Oh, damn, yeah, that's Adam getting excited.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Hopefully this one's been on a diet as well.
I do like how Tonbridge looks at night. It does look really nice. Most of the times I've ever been at Tonbridge at night is either coming home from seeing a musical, which is great fun, or being on the Hastings Thumper when it gets back to Tonbridge late at night, and the lighting just looks exactly like this. The Class 33 rail tour that's in this is based on timings that the Thumper did in real life. That's what we based it on.
That's my favourite rail tour to do on the run.
So
The
I've got to
33 is
contact
really
dispatcher
nice.
to get into the siding.
Possibly. Oh no, yeah, you got a green now. I was just waiting for you to stop. I think. Yeah, there you go. You got the shunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm looking on the right hand side because I've driven too many Germans.
So yeah, the right hand side is for the bay platform.
Yeah. It is very confusing.
Yeah.
Getting all those signals lined up was an absolute nightmare as well, because I was just like, right, hang on, I had to go through the cab ride so many times. I was like, right, hang on, which one is this?
The signalling around here is just crazy. Like I remember you said about, because we were trying to work out what time all the signals were upgraded in this area.
Yeah.
And I was standing at Paddock Wood, and you asked me, are they like incandescent or are they LED?
Yep.
I look east. They were one type. I look west. They were the
Yeah.
other type, and I think you just started to cry.
Yeah, that was like fantastic. That's really not what I wanted to hear. It's like, yeah, it's kind of both. I was like, excellent. That's really good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Matt, when you finish this service, if you could run over to the yard over there, because we got the freight company that's not Freightliner or EWS. They've got a shed there we've custom modeled.
Yes, a literal shed, not a Class 66 shed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a literal shed with a shed in it, so.
Yes.
Shedception.
Big old blue shed. I think they actually use it to repaint their trains in there. I think.
Yeah. It's a very nice. It's a very like clean kept shed in reality as well. So it would make sense if it was for that. It's got a lot of extracted fans on it, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a painting shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a second part to this where you swap ends and then you go back. So you can see it in both ways in the night. Yeah, so if you go that way, straight across there.
And then
there's that shed there, if you look to the inside and from the right. I'm pretty sure you can walk across that bridge as well if you like freight yards.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, big blue shed. Look at it from up here.
Nope.
Oh, is it blocked off?
No.
Oh, we'll need to change that.
Epic fail.
Yeah, we need to change that. That needs to be walkable. The one downside is, so in real life, it's got a really nice, like, lit up LED sign on the side saying the name, which unfortunately, yeah, we can't put in, which is a shame because it looks very nice.
Right, what's the next one?
which service would you prefer to do? Because obviously, what one would you prefer to do? The 395 or the 66?
Well, do you want you could do a bit of the 395 because it shows Rainham, but you don't have to go. Maybe just to Gillingham, and then you could swap to do a little bit of the freight.
Yeah.
So 1F19 on the 395, Matt. And just clear, just custom clear on that.
We'll see a couple of updated bits. So if we just do a short stretch between Rainham and Gillingham, the outsides of the sort of much like Gravesend, the immediate exterior of the station, of the car park area, has been updated. The Oast house models that are across the route, some of them have been added here. On the other side, there they are. They weren't there before. It's just generally had a bit of an uplift from the southeastern high-speed version.
This train has 6 coaches.
Yeah, I think we were originally going to. Is it Rochester that's the one just before this?
So it's Rainham, Gillingham.
Yeah, so I think originally we went to Gillingham, and then I was like, then I was doing the timetable, and it was like 700 stop, go to Rainham, and I was like, it's one more station. It's like all right, yeah, let's do that. Because it was like, because I know it's gonna annoy me, because I love driving the 700, and it's like it's gonna annoy me. It's like, oh, we could have just got one more stop, and it would have been completed for them. But so that was a bit of scope creep that was entirely my fault, including Rainham. Purely because I wanted the 700.
Feels exactly right on this, because it is quite a wobbly ride in Javelin, even on HS1.
Yeah, I mean the real things that they had to put dampers on them to calm them down a bit, because they would violently shake from side to side. A lot of hunting oscillation, and the dampers, they do feel exactly right here. So it'll be not. I haven't driven the updated 395 on high speed one yet, but I imagine that's good fun. So I think all of this foliage and line side stuff's been updated, isn't it? So it's like newer standards. Because on southeastern high speed, there were some weird instances on that route where one half of the track had a different foliage to the other half, and it looked like two different people had laid it. So it was nice to get that sort of consistency out, sort of work out all those inconsistencies. And there are.
What we learned from doing this is it probably would have been less work if we just made it from scratch.
Upgrading was one of the things with remasters in general, is in a lot of cases nuking the area and redoing it. It's simpler than trying to piece your way around it.
That was literally, it was like, there's so much, because like you've got to edit the train again, you got to do this, and then you're trying to make it and it literally would have been faster if we just nuked it and done it from scratch rather than importing it. But live and learn. We know that for any future stuff that we do now, always do it from scratch, because it's both easier and faster.
But it is a good job that you've done with it, I have to say. And there are some new assets in this area as well. We will see a couple of them as we approach Gillingham. One of them's quite got
one that's no longer there in real life.
Yeah, one's got a funny story.
Literally got it made and now it's gone. I was so annoyed about that.
Yeah, so Gillingham footbridge that's next to level crossing is quite a unique sort of. It's painted black. It's got a unique sort of like X lattice structure over the top, where it used to have a corrugated roof and now it doesn't. And it's been there at Gillingham for forever. In fact, I remember train spotting probably 10 years ago with you, Matt, on that bridge.
I was going to say, I remember
with Connor.
My son was there as well. We saw the ROG 37 that day. That's what we were there for, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So we train spotted on this bridge many times. and then it was one of the last new assets to go into this route. And last Sunday, they've taken it away. Like,
I mean, to
They're
be
gonna wait one
fair,
more week. Like, come on.
to be fair, it was a bit of a
I was
health
gonna
and
say,
safety
actually,
hazard.
I have been asked, Matt, could you go to Rochester rather than stopping at Gillingham?
Okay.
I think there's some traffic lights there that
That bridge is
the
awesome.
guys one shot on.
Really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, right?
done.
originally, it was
Yeah,
one of the generic
that
green
was
ones.
really nice.
This is me coming home from work, sitting right here, going, seriously?
I can't believe they removed it. Like, come on. Could have waited one more week.
But the thing is, the thing that made it so funny is the same thing happened with South Eastern High Speed. The weekend before we released it, they demolished the footbridge at Sittingbourne. Like, it's just some sort of weird Kentish curse. That
Stop destroying bridges!
I was going to say, we should make sure we don't make any more of the area, or who knows what else will get destroyed.
Unless that's the plan.
It's like every time you model a part of the area, we'll destroy something, you know?
Oh, there's
You're
those
gonna learn.
working gates on your right. So that, yeah,
Oh,
they work
yeah.
at Gillingham.
The other thing as well is, for those of you that remember, that Daisy did some updates to South Eastern High Speed before on these stations, and some of her work is still here with the clocks
Yep.
at Gillingham Station, so that's still here, which is nice. We didn't get rid of that. The other thing I was going to say as well, the other new asset that we passed, I believe Gillingham Signal Box is an updated asset.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's also a bit more bespoke. I would have said it earlier, but Matt was complaining about being stopped there. So, but yeah, you know, it's just a nice little refresh, considering that the Medway Valley services, you know, half of them start from Gillingham Depot, so you do see this at the start of the day, and you return to it at the end of it as well. So, just nice to give it a bit more attention, and there's more clutter around Gillingham Depot as well.
A lot more clutter.
I was just looking at where the footbridge is. It's a long trek to the next footbridge, isn't it? So if you're looking at it, you know, it's you'd have to wait at the crossing for quite a while, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, it's actually been closed since October because it wasn't safe to walk on. But I just can't believe they took it away weekend before we released this. This underpass was rebaked and sort of
Oh, don't even get Jet Wash started on that underpass. You would not believe how many times he's had to rebake that. Oh my god.
Number of times I've had to walk over here, because this is a covered walkway actually from the car park up here. This is the health centre here, and yeah, you walk down over here and now you're across here into the town centre.
I've been informed, James, by our driver that the bridge is coming back.
I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah, so it has actually been taken for refurbishment, but it is coming back.
I thought it was being refurbished off-site, because there's a Freedom of Information request that says it's the new one, that it'll be back in May, is like, they're never going to build a new bridge in a few months.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen.
Oh, God, they put in a railway bridge, my local station. I don't even know how it took them so long. I swear it took them like 9 months. It was like, how does it take you so long to make a bridge? Like,
yeah. So at least it'll be back. Justice for the bridge.
It's a nice bridge, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling.
Probably be a
it'd
different
come
colour
back.
though.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well.
God, are we gonna have to update the colour? I'll make it blue or something. It'd be like, come on!
Well, maybe they'll do what they did, because Snodland's one was originally southeastern blue for a while, but in game is how it is now. They repainted it southern green, which is quite nice. So maybe it'll come back green. You know. Or bright yellow with pink spots. Who knows?
I was going to say it could be bright pink, and Matt would be very, very happy.
Do you know what? Maybe it's actually a secret operation from Kent Council to increase fitness by making people walk further to the next bridge. Like, they need to walk more. Get rid of the bridge.
No, they'll just wait for the gates to open.
So now they're just waiting.
this bridge at the top, Maidstone Road, that's been retextured, which is nice. Generally,
is the donkey still there?
I'd imagine if I'd imagine it
I'm
would
not
be.
sure.
I imagine it would be.
I'm not sure where it is. You'd have to check.
Donkey's down by the junction. I'll go and I'll fly over there in a minute.
Yeah.
You can just about see it without using a debug camera. It's the Thomas Waghorn statue.
Yes, the iconic cone, popular cone placement of Kent.
That way around.
That way. Oh, you've already
Right.
passed it.
There
There it is.
Oh yeah. Ah,
Ah, he's still there.
Yeah.
Still there. Good.
excellent.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, because that's up to Luton.
Local Kent Luton, not Luton Luton. There's too
Local
many.
Kent Luton, not Luton.
There's too many.
What I have learned doing this from doing the timetable is Kent has some extremely interesting station names.
It does.
And you know that's bad because I'm from Wales, so I'm really used to strange platform names. So you're just missing meal, and you could have sandwich meal deal and like a PIS font, which would be great to see. Just sandwich meal deal, just going across the top of the train.
One of the next sort of notable updated bits was Old Rochester Station, the
Yeah.
site of where Rochester Station used to be.
I've been sent this proof of concept from our modeler for Matt's new bridge. Listen, that's
Oh,
posted on the chat.
Am I
That was
about to,
quick.
am I about to see a bright pink bridge? Is that what I'm about to see?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, that'll do it.
Oh, brilliant. Well, there you go. What we need now is the first livery designer compatible bridge. That's what we need.
So I've been told the traffic lights are just after Rochester Station by the river.
Oh, I know the bit you mean. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, all of this has been updated. Do not alight here. Stuff extra clutter, and it looks brilliant at night. The old station. This is all lit up. Because even though it's abandoned, they still park 700s here overnight, so
Yeah.
staff still access this on a regular basis.
Again, our driver helped out a lot with info about this, 'cause obviously he drives it. So.
Why was that station closed? Do we know?
I mean, old Rochester Station was really, really old and not really fit for purpose anymore.
They didn't have the room for parking either, did they?
They didn't. They have no parking, and all the platforms could take nothing more than about 9 cars of train.
That's
So-
mad for the record, because
Yeah,
we're coming
so-
from Medway Valley where 3 cars is pushing it.
It is, but when you've got 12 car
Yeah.
295s on the way, they decided to rebuild it, so they moved it to here. And we call this New Rochester. It's been open since 2015. I feel old.
You are old, James.
You are old.
Thank you. Because I mean, you know, when I started commuting to the office, I started with Old Rochester, and then like 6 months in, it switched over to the new one.
There's the Medway sign as well, so you can see it is on the old route, on the old stations.
Yeah. And then the what we're looking for is on the main road towards the bridges. That's where the crossings are.
Yeah.
The traffic lights.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who spent any time in a car in Rochester has been stuck here for
Yep.
half of that time.
Hopefully not in the yellow box.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lights work again, as you can see. So the 3-way, yeah, they all work.
Yeah.
So.
It's just really cool to just sit there
Yeah,
and
you've
watch
still
that.
got the submarine.
Yeah, we'll get rid of the submarine. Submarine is staying there. But yeah, if you want to see a lot more of the CML stuff, James's, was it February article with the before and after pictures?
Yeah, there's some before and afters in
Yeah,
there.
that illustrates it
They're
very
not,
well.
Yeah, I mean they're all right. I'd like to do it again if I could, because I took them all from like really high up. Well, no, I didn't take them at all. They were sent to me, but I'd like to get some closer down to the track level.
I mean,
If I
nothing's
get
stopping you
time.
on your time off now, is it, James?
No, well, yeah.
Because let's be honest, we all know you're going to be playing this on your time off.
I've literally got over a week off to play this after tomorrow. I get it out the door and then I'm off. That's brilliant.
Right, are we done, or have we got one more to do?
Do you want to show the freight for a little bit?
Just a
If
10
we
minutes of
we
freight.
load it in,
Yeah, just do a little bit of a run.
just load it in and get it moving, and
Yeah.
that'll take long enough. It's heavy.
6V88, is that the one?
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Find it.
Yeah, 6 Victor 88. Who to Tonbridge?
Yep.
June custom clear. That'll do.
What do you think I should use?
I mean, the southeastern high speed ones are the updated ones.
Yeah, if you got that one. Yeah.
One.
Obviously,
Sorry, what number?
6 Victor 88. It's the first one, and then June, so we can see, because it's going to be. dark
And I have
outside.
been told to warn you, Matt, make sure you put the banking com on, because there's a 66 on the back, and you'll struggle to
okay.
move it with just one.
The first time I did this, I was like, "Wow, this is really hard to drive." And the first comment message I got back was, "Did you put banking com on?" Like, oh, that's why it took me 15 minutes to get to higher.
It's on the right panel.
Sorry?
Yes, that is that there, I think, isn't it? The banking com, the radio there. Did you click on that?
Oh yeah, there.
Yeah,
There you go. Now you can turn it on.
We all set up. Yeah, good.
See, if you were doing the full run, you could have got your 66 panel out.
Yeah, if we're going to do the 4, I would have definitely done that, but not worth it for a 5-minute run.
You'll have to do it in one of your next charity streams.
High speed, that's a joke on a 66, isn't it? High speed mode?
Okay, one of the things I didn't know was that all the fuel for Heathrow goes by rail.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I mean, well, I think there's a couple of other sources, but the main one is by rail.
It's the only way you're going to get the bulk fast enough, realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Short of running pipes, you know, it'd be too dangerous running them all by truck.
Yeah, I love it because it's just. Oh, hello, train. You know, because I mean, I'm as much as I love trains, also a massive aviation nerd, and just the fact that knowing these trains are holding the fuel that's going to send a plane halfway across the world, it's just really cool. And
Yeah.
it just goes through the my line a few times a day. It's brilliant. So I can't remember how many wagons it is. It's like 20. It's either 20 or 24 or something in between.
That signal is on a delay. It will change. It's got a
Brakes
a
have got to
hidden
come
timer.
off, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, the brakes take a while.
Because of the length of the train, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Look at that.
And then it takes a while to get going because it weighs a lot.
Yeah. There we go.
It's a fun drive though. So yeah, so to enable this, you'll need cargo line petroleum. But if you have CES, the CES 66 will sub in as AI, because that has the headlight and tail light fixes, which Charlie slaved over for quite a while to get those working, and they were an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
That was one thing. That was one of the things that our driver pointed out to us. He was like, really loving the route. He's like, but the 66s have their tail lights on at the front. I was like, yeah, we know. We're trying to fix it.
Someone's asked, can you walk around the outside of Rochester Station?
I'd imagine probably because it's still the original southeastern.
Yeah.
model, so You can. I think you can at least see the exit on Chatham, but and Gillingham, but the rest of them are as they were, I believe. Most of the explorable station areas are on the Medway Valley itself.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a huge, massive train full of fuel.
Don't derail it, Matt. I'll wipe out half a can. It's like, oh, Mason West is gone.
This thing goes up, it'll take Kent off the map. It's the Kent coastline, which is roughly where the railway is.
Just a crater.
Combine that with the SS Montgomery off the Thames estuary. And,
Oh yeah, I forgot that's still there.
It is, yeah. You just,
It's scary as well because at some point it's gonna blow.
yeah. Just well, if you flatten the Isle of Sheppey, then it's no real loss.
I think you're just casually insulting like all of Kent other than Scotland. Like Scotland's fine, but like
No.
everywhere else.
It's not.
James loves the area, really, don't you, James?
Yeah.
I'm
Is it
not
one of
buying
those-
that at all. Sell
Is
it
it
more.
one of those? It's a lovely area. It's a shame about the people. Is that what you like, James?
Being able to experience the Medway Valley Line without other people getting in the way, bliss. You know, TSW passengers are a joy compared to real people.
I think they probably climb on roofs less as well, don't they?
Probably. Someone just he's still going. Yeah, we're in it for the long haul. Well, they'll have to stop at some point, otherwise Matt will go all night.
I'll stop whenever you tell me you're ready. It's your stream, Jamie.
If we can go to what's the next station? How close?
It's
Well, the
just
next
right in front of
station's
us.
Yeah, the next station's
If we go
Fife,
to
yeah.
the next, the one after this one, and then we'll.
Well, it's all in tunnel.
Yeah.
When we watch the train go through Higham, and then as it goes into the tunnel, we can close it up. But we can't go back to cameras because we're on Teams. It's probably all broken. So
Yeah.
That's a very
Oh, we've updated that cliff face as well. If you look to the left, because that was a bugbear of.
It's got
It's been
trees on
updated
it.
a bit, different, some more trees, some texture changes.
Yeah.
And we changed the snow as well because I think by default it covered like the vertical surface, whereas now I think it only covers the top, like it should. Oh, and there's another TSR. Oh,
That's why I
Unless
used
you
up
get
the
to
power.
I say if we get to 40 by then.
unlikely.
Well, there we go. That was fantastic. I must admit the route is looking amazing, and yeah, thank you to Adam and Charlie for joining the stream.
Yep.
It's great to have you here, and thanks to James as well for sharing your knowledge on the route.
He's a walking Medway Valley encyclopedia, that's what James is.
Yeah.
Without a
I
doubt.
needed some info, I didn't go to Wikipedia, I went to James. It was faster. I needed some info, I didn't go to Wikipedia, I went to James.
And well done to Matt for not derailing. Or,
Only one AWS trigger.
yeah.
There you go.
No spatting. Well done.
I do my best. I'm helped by a good controller. That's all I say. I do my best.
So
I'm
I'll
helped by
just
good
do a
controller,
bit
that's all
of
I say.
admin bits. So don't forget, the route is out tomorrow. So you haven't got long at all to wait. It's going to be out at 10 a.m. on Xbox and PlayStation, 4 p.m. on Epic, and 5 p.m. on Steam. Prices are £29.99, €35.99, and €35.99, $39.99. So you get the 3753, the 3756. That's all the locos you get with it. Obviously, you've got all the layers. So you've got Southeastern High Speed, the Class 700, Cargo Lines Volume 1 and 2, RHTT, and some rail tours. Actually, one thing we didn't mention: how many scenarios are there?
5 scenarios.
5 scenarios, and do we know how many services? We didn't count how many services.
Yeah, so there's 501 services.
501
playable.
services.
There will be a full breakdown of those in the morning.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
that's all good.
yeah. So we've got a release article that you've written, haven't you, James? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nearly finished.
Brilliant.
Is that doing it, breaking a record as well for length?
No. That'll break a record for how late can I finish it. It's fine.
Love it.
Oh, brilliant! And thank you all for joining in the chat as well and asking the questions. Great to have you in the stream. So brilliant. I'm not sure when our next stream is. Keep an eye on our usual spaces. And again, thanks to everybody who joined in the stream, and we'll see you all very soon.
Yep.
I want to give a big shout out to the team members who actually.
Us.
I just want to give a big shout out to the team from Firefly who are actually in the chat answering questions as well. Appreciate that.
Yeah. In fact, actually, I will use this opportunity. So yeah, thank you very much to Steve Bascott, James, who is Jetwash, Eddie, who is Spratty Heath. Obviously, Charlie is Charlie. Also,
and you're Forks.
Yeah, I am Forks is what I go by in modding circles. That's not Forks, which I have been called Forks with an O. It's Forks. And then also thank you, of course, to Luke, who did our audio, which I hope everybody appreciated. 375 audio.
Very nice.
Sounds amazing. Our driver and our extra modeler, Harsh, who's been a huge help as well. So.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and I mean, I just want to say thank you to you guys for making my route so nicely. Like, it's a joy, and I'm so lucky to have it. And I don't think anyone could have done it better. So thank you. I can't wait for everyone else to play it. And I've got a bit of admin as well, just for a bit of fun. The ambassador embargo's dropped. So if you haven't had enough tonight and you want to see even more Medway Valley, all your favourite creators have uploaded their videos and are live streaming right now. So
also, actually, if we're on the topic of ambassadors, I think currently I should be on British Ace's live stream on Friday. If anybody has any extra questions on that.
So yeah, let's have a nice Medway Valley weekend and just enjoy it. It's going to be good fun.
I'm going to be sleeping. That's what.
Really honest with you.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to.
I think we all need to catch up on sleep. It's been a stressful couple of months.
The next route starts on
absolutely.
Monday. Yeah.
No, we're taking 2 weeks off. Then we're starting the next route.
Brilliant.
Awesome. All right, on that note, then, thanks very much, everybody, and we'll catch you in the next stream. Cheers. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.